Jason Ross on
What do you mean, what's up with my camera? What's wrong with my camera?
Because when you were testing, you weren't turning it on.
Oh. Well. And so. Welcome in, everybody. It is a fine Thursday. Well, how is it? When I left, when I flew out to get here to New York on, it was evening Tuesday. Yeah. It was freaking pouring, dude. Like pouring, like aggressive rain. Of course, right when I leave, it's raining. Now it's a balmy 45 here in the city with a little bit of cloud. How about there, Jason?
We had some more rain yesterday, not heavy, but some at times. And then not rain on the way in, but looks like it's still wet overnight. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Look here, 65 today.
In Sacramento?
Guys. Yeah. 76 and 79 Friday, Saturday with nothing but sun. And then it's weird. Back in the 80s, then down to the 70s and rain on next Thursday.
April showers.
Yeah, it brings May flowers, Jason. That's what they say, allegedly.
I wonder, when did they all get together for all these things?
Yeah, like in like a lion, out like a lamb, people.
Mm-hmm.
Like if March comes in like a lion, out like a lamb, if April, what is it? April showers bring May flowers.
Right.
Why don't they have one like, why isn't it like May sun brings June fun?
Right. They never got together.
June heat brings July happy feet because you're dancing in the July. Yeah, see,
July
that's it.
heat brings August sweet.
Sweet.
Sweat.
Meat.
Sweet.
Sweat?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sweet.
I just want to know who the people that got together that said after you eat, you have to wait 30 minutes to go swimming.
That's a tale.
Scam.
I think my parents took it too far. They're like, yeah, there's a kid that drowned down the street.
Didn't you know him?
A few months ago because he jumped in the pool.
And that sandwich caused him to freeze up.
He cramped up.
Yeah, and he immediately sank.
Yeah, immediately sank. He couldn't swim because of the sandwich. They used to call him, I don't know if we can still say this or not, but whatever. Paul, no offense. So there we go. They used to call them old wives' tales.
Yeah.
Why weren't they just wives' tales? Why they got to be old?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Here's some for you. Wet hair causes colds. You know, you go outside with wet hair, you catch a cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's false. Colds are caused by viruses.
Not wet hair?
Not wet
Aren't
hair.
the viruses in the wet hair?
No. I never heard this one. If you swallowed gum, it stays in your system for 7 years.
You didn't hear that one before?
No.
Oh, I heard that one.
That's false. body can't digest it, so bloop.
Oh,
You flush it out.
how'd that get in there?
Yeah.
How'd that blow a bubble?
Right? Tastes weird. Cracking knuckles causes arthritis. I did hear this one, and I'm finding out right now that was false. That seems like it could be true.
Are there many knuckle crackers still out there? I felt like that was a thing, and then I don't really see it much.
Like when you're getting ready. Yeah, last time I did that, it was I was in the alley with my friends.
Yeah,
and
ready
there
to
was
brawl.
People from the other school across the way. It was Rio Americano. That was my school, and we meet up on American River Drive, and the Jesuit guys they'd be there. And before we crack our knuckles, and everyone knows this, we'd all snap together,
and a lot of times break out in song.
Usually we would break out in song, and then right before we would go and start the fighting, that's when we crack our knuckles. And then you ever do this one right before you get in a altercation, Jason? You got your fists together like you're gonna fight, and then you take your thumb and you kind of hit the side of your nose.
Why I oughta.
And then it was on, and then one guy would swing and the other one would block it with his left arm, and then make a loud noise like in the movies.
Yeah,
when you hit them.
And three others on the side would dance.
Yes. You got served. Yeah, those were the days. And then we'd break out in song after. And then we'd all be friends. Sitting too close to the TV ruins your eyesight. Wow, that's false.
Yeah, but that's why I eat carrots.
Well,
So
carrots help. It says carrots help you see in the dark. That's partly true. While they won't give you night vision, they contain vitamin A, which is essential for eye health.
Yeah. How about if you keep making that face, it'll stay that way?
Oh, that's a really good one. Yeah, you face it. Imagine that one, like Billy down the street. You know how he looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's not. It's because he made a weird face. It is his little sister.
It froze.
Interesting. Here's let's see. Are all these false here? Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky at morning, sailors take warning. I always thought that. I remember that one from my sailing days.
Yeah, me too. From the Navy.
I'd be down on my way from Papeete, Tahiti area, going to the Southern Cross. Always did that. Big Southern Cross guy, me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did tell my kids up until recently that if they drink, that we actually have because I don't drink. I said, you can chance it, but the reason I don't drink is because I'll die. I actually have an allergy to it. Your throat squishes up and you can't breathe. And last time I drank, I had to have an asthma. One of them inhalers. They saved my life. So don't even try. I was just trying to scare them.
How'd it work?
Well, so far, I did have a conversation with Avery. Funny you to ask. Last weekend we were talking. She went to a party, what's called a trumpet party. I know that sounds funny, but it's really, yeah, I know.
Good news doing that while Dad's on the other side of the country.
Apparently, they refer to. No, this was last week. Apparently, they refer to. So, like, she's in the USC band, and they have like, hey, we're going over to the flutes, or we're going over the trumpets. Like they have their own. The upperclassmen have their own houses. So you have like trumpet house, or percussion house, or whatever. They all literally band together. I guess would be the right term.
Yeah.
She went to the trumpet party, and I said, hey, did anybody offer you any alcohol? Just being a dad. And she goes, yeah. I was like, well, and she's like, no. I said, what do you say? And she says, I just say I'm just not. I usually say I'm not really a drinker, or maybe I have a test the next day, or I'm not feeling too.
I'm already drunk.
Yeah. It's all right. Well, if you can always say you got an allergy.
I think you say, no way. That's
no way.
Not for me.
From the 209, Old Wives' Tales, if you keep doing a certain thing, you'll grow hair on your palm. I think that's, they didn't say what it was. I think that's if you drink too much water.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know what that would possibly be.
Hair on your palms.
Yeah.
I drink water 4 to 5 times a day, and I don't have anything on my palms.
That's funny. I don't drink a lot of hair. Or I was gonna say I don't drink a lot of it. I don't drink nearly as much water, but I gotta get when I go to Great Clips, I go palms up. I gotta shave them down. Tons of hair. Oh,
It's like rolling the dice.
It's like rolling the dice, baby. I wanted to talk about Deontay Wilder in this segment, but Chris was like, no. No, you can't. There's rules and things. So fine. I'd like to, Jason, with your permission, I'd like to talk about the bulk of our conversation yesterday off air.
The bulk of it?
Not the bulk, but I'd say the topic I want to talk about.
Okay.
The rankings.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
The power rankings? Yeah.
Well,
I brought it
apparently-
up to you when it came up on the show yesterday.
Okay. I'm just, because you and I had a nice talk about it.
Yeah.
And I was sad that I wasn't there for it because I would love to participate in the hair rankings of the shows at the station. And I agree with Chris. I think we're in first place. And Jason, you had a little bit of trepidation because you just feel like you're not contributing to the cause.
Jeez, guys, I don't want those guys to be mad at us.
I think we
No.
break it down like
That wasn't my trepidation. I thought, like Dave said, I thought I was bringing down the team.
yeah.
You and
And
Chris, lovely heads of it. Look at your hair today, Dave. Pristine.
Yeah. It is pristine.
And Chris, it's perfect.
Which is funny about Chris, because again, like the first 5 years I feel like I knew Chris, I thought he had a Boston Red Sox hat for hair. Like I don't think I ever saw. He was like our old program, or Nick Cattles, would never see him without a hat.
Really?
I thought that was kind of
I did
Chris's thing,
once.
but- Yeah, you're the one person that saw him without a hat, and we're all incredibly jealous of you. Like we used to try to devise ways of like, could we do like a random national anthem or something? Like, can we put him in a position? Let's take him to a Kings game, and then everybody just look like, because apparently he'd wear hats to like program director meetings and at other, Phoenix and Salt Lake City. And
Yeah.
he'd be in a suit with a hat.
It's a good look.
And I always stayed away from it because I was like, well, and I'm not okay. Now I'm being
Medical.
serious. That's exactly right. Like if he was in a fire or something and had like a scarred head or what, I don't want to mess with that. But apparently that's not the case. He just likes to wear hats. So fine, to each their own. I like to wear hats too. I don't, like guys like Nick Cattles and Sean Cunningham are like, I think Sean wears a hat in the shower.
Huh.
Like, I don't know that for a fact. I've never had the pleasure of showering with Sean Cunningham.
Wow.
I don't think.
Well, shower cap.
There's shower cap with a little Adidas logo on it for Sean.
Early.
Early, yeah. But I said to Jason and Chris, I'd like you to be a part of this here. I said, Jason, I disagree. Because I said, now look, now Jason does not have a full head of hair, but Jason maintains his hair. And what I'm talking about is, I feel like if Jason did the thing where he was light on top and thick on the sides, and the reverse mohawk that some people do, which I don't know why, it's never looked good. It always adds 10 years, but I think it's to prove. Like my friend Brett, who we called on the air,
From the loo.
He not St. Louis, the toilet.
Right.
He had a great. If you remember the late great Luke Perry's character from Beverly Hills 90210, Dylan.
Yeah.
Brett's hair in high school was very much like Dylan. He had kind of that like curly, short haircut. With the sideburns,
Okay.
he looked. It was very cool looking, right? But then, because God is fair, somewhere in his mid-20s, he started to, recede a little bit. And by the time he was, before 30, probably, he had a convertible going. But what he did is he grew the hair out on the sides and in the back. And when I say he grew his hair out in the back, I mean like long, like down to the bottom of his neck. And what his signature move is he'd wear a Kangol hat. And the Kangol hat stopped. It covered exactly where he was dead bald. So it gave the illusion that he had a bunch of hair under that hat. But if he took the hat off and he put his head down so you could see the top of his hair, think of a lion with a giant mane but a completely blank face. And that's what he looked like. You could have drawn a lion on the top of his head and it would have looked like a lion with the hair around it. You don't do that, though. You don't go for the reverse hawk. You keep it short on the sides and the back, and then you also do the facial hair that kind of matches the length of that. And so I think that's actually, and Chris, I told him this, and I meant this. I told him this on the phone. I said, Jason, I worked with you when you did have hair, and we could bring up probably old Hot Talk 1140 photos,
that's okay.
publicity photos. And Jason had a nice crop of dark hair, and then he had like a little thing that came down, like a feathered sort of deal with the hair. I said, I think your hair looks better now than it did then. Like if he could sub in that hair now versus the way I actually think he does better. So I think he is contributing to the group.
Yeah, but a lot of that hair back then was us saying, enjoy it while you can, Jason.
I don't remember saying that, but
we said that all the time. I guess not to his face.
No,
you didn't. As
I
a
don't
matter of
remember
fact,
saying it.
no, you didn't. But
I
now
don't remember
that's
yesterday.
I feel a certain way.
Well,
remember you used to say that like all the time. I guess that was more during the night show, so Jason wasn't around.
Oh, sorry, Jason, about that. We were joking a lot in ways that I don't recall. So then Chris, now that he's found hammer and nails, he's gone from Boston Red Sox hat guy to like he actually does his hair every day. There's product in it and all that. I probably wear a hat 60 to 70% of the time, but when I don't, I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with me. Receding hair is not one. So I think, in part because I think it's also quantity as well as quality. I'd say we're number one. Let's just look at the midday show. Kayla has great hair.
Yes.
Right. Of course.
Kyle has a lot.
Kyle looks. I'll tell you what I said to you on the phone yesterday about Kyle's hair. If Kyle's hairstyle was a certain area of the body, it would definitely be in the 1970s. That I don't know what's going on with Kyle's hair. It's just if Kyle's hair, if he was a dog, my daughter would refer to him as floofy. Like he's floofy. Not that it's bad. I'm just saying he's floofy.
Right.
Matt, here's the thing. I love giving Matt crap, because he's kind of got that little brother thing going. We've known him forever. But
Maddie.
I don't know if I want to dip my toe in this one yet because I just don't know how sensitive he is yet. I never want to be mean. You think, okay, whatever's going on with his hair right now is, and I've documented it in photos to you guys.
You can doc the tapes.
It's I don't know what's happening, but it's not working. I think the hairline's starting to, like when an ocean thing, like a wave comes back from crashing. Like I feel like that's what the hairline is doing. So as a matter of fact, I've documented this before. So as you guys will see here in a second, what's going on here is that his hairline is kind of receding back. You can tell, not a lot, but a little bit. And then there's like this thing coming down the middle, and I don't know. It's not bangs. Is it a bang? I don't know what's happening there, but I think that disqualifies him.
So When I said he knows, I didn't think that you're going to pull a full-on telestrator out to
Come on.
go John Madden on his hairline.
You said he knew. You basically gave me permission to break it down. That I don't want to just make an accusation. I'm looking at the replay now.
I'm still not even there.
Should be up now. Anyways, nothing wrong with the hair going somewhere. Just, it's like that used to be the thing with DeMarcus Cousins. Like, brother, you lost the battle. Shave it off. It's okay. Let it go. Mm-hmm. And then afternoons. Look, I can't say I got nothing to say about Allen's hair. Allen's hair is great. And it's not that Whitey's hair. It's just Whitey's had the same hair since the 80s. Whitey's had the same hair since I was in 7th grade and went and interviewed him. The surfer flop. It's kind of blonde, floppy. I think he just wakes up and, runs a comb through. I don't think there's really anything to it. I think we put the most into our hair. Dwayne's complaining we're not going to say anything about the Sharks. Well, you mean the Macklin Celebrini 2 for yesterday, down 3-2 with 3 minutes left?
Sharks!
And he scored a goal that I could only describe like the puck could only have hit the net if it fit through a puck-sized hole 20 feet away in like one of those football throwy games. Like I still don't know how he got it in the back of the net, but he did. And then he nutmegged some dude from the side of the net to feed a perfect pass for the final goal with like 39 seconds left. Dwayne thought I didn't watch. Get off of me. Sharks are good.
Sharks.
He's only 19. That Macklin Celebrini kid.
No, 19.
So, yeah. Huh?
No, 19. 19.
No. Yeah. I wish we had somebody like that. The Macklin Celebrini equivalent on the Kings.
Maybe next year.
I'd like that. I mean, we're obviously going to talk about that today. Kings won last night.
They did.
I don't know. I don't know.
So you know what happened yesterday?
We lost everything.
Had they lost, they would have been in 4th. Uh-huh. They won. They fell to 4th.
Yeah, but didn't Indiana win too, though, Jay?
Yeah, they're still behind the Kings.
Yeah, and we're just and Utah is right there.
They are.
Hey, man, better work out. I'm gonna tell you something right now, dude.
No, I'm gonna uncover this. I'm gonna ask the question. What do you want?
Number 1 pick in the draft.
Okay, but I thought if they lost them all and got the number 1 spot, they weren't going to get number 1.
I don't know. I want the best odds.
Oh,
I can't tell you what's going to happen. 3rd, 2nd, 1st, fine.
Okay.
But the reason why you want first, you want the worst record though, is remember you're tied for the best odds at the number 1.
Yeah.
But your floor is 4.
Floor is 5.
5, whatever.
Yeah. Which the worst team has gotten the last 2 seasons.
Yeah. So I mean, there's no way. We always have. There's always a back and forth. There's always like, well, you want the worst record in the league? Cool. That's never gotten the number 1 pick. Or, oh, you want the 5th pick? Well, the 5th. Or well, Dallas won it last year. Or even if you have the number 1 pick, well, look at Giannis and Luka and Jokic, and none of them were picked number 1. Some of them were picked outside the top 10. One of them was picked in the 2nd round. Like I just keep going back to the same thing. Everybody can get lost in that. That's fine. But now we're drifting into like, well, if you don't go outside, you can't get hit by a car. Like
that's what we're drifting to.
Yeah, we're kind of getting there.
Okay.
Like I want the best odds. Everybody does. Anybody entering a raffle would not be like, well, the last 5 years, the guy with the most tickets didn't win the raffle. So like if somebody offered you, if you went to a raffle at a school and the prize was a big pumpkin right around Halloween. I don't know, filled with candy.
Yum.
And somebody said, "Hey, there's 100 tickets in this raffle. I bought the most, but I can't stay. Would you like them?" You're not going to be like, no, because the last 5 times the person with the most tickets hasn't won the raffle. I'm gonna stay with the third most. No, you're going to take the best odds. I just want the best odds. And is it that wrong to want the best odds and the highest floor?
No.
That's
Just
it.
don't win again. And have the
Yes.
Nets win twice and win the coin flip with the Nets. And then you have the third best odds.
That's what you need.
There you go. It's not that crazy.
But hey, I
And
know
then the Nets
next year
get the number one pick with the fourth.
Yeah. And then everybody will be mad no matter what,
And everyone
which is
will be
fun.
mad.
I like it when everybody's mad about everything, which is what Kings fans are right now.
kind of where we're at. It's been a long, cold winter, Jason. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's Kelly Brothers Day, but no Kelly Brothers.
Huh?
Oh, he's off Kelly Brothering somewhere, vacationing. Probably one of the cruises with the all you can drink package and the suite.
With the mayor?
Yeah, with the
Former
mayor.
mayor.
Yes, former mayor Daryl Steinberg and Chris Erlod.
Yeah.
We will, however, talk to Sam Amik at 8 a.m.
I know I'm shamelessly pumping the poll here.
Yeah, the Kings rewind. And we've got audio from yesterday. Big Kings win in Toronto over the Toronto Raptors. We'll listen to that. Jason will get us through the audio. And then we're going to have some Precious Achiuwa conversations at some point as well. We'll do all that. Start out a Thursday show. We're so happy you're here. We'll talk to you next.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law. He is a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento and a dedicated trial lawyer. In fact, with an undefeated record as results of 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. So he is very, very good at his job. No case too big or too small. He's here to help. They offer free and confidential case evaluations. And so this is someone you need to contact if you need representation. So it's saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187. Let Gonzalez Law Office in Sacramento help you get your life back on track, back on the right path. They specialize in expungements. That's getting something removed from your record, kind of getting your life back in order, as we said. But you also may need help with criminal defense. Maybe it's wrongful termination, sexual harassment case, auto accident, whatever the issue you may have. The person that's qualified, that's in town, that's one of us, that's in our area is Jonathan Gonzalez and his team at Gonzalez Law. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Stone Temple Pilots bring us back. Sactown Sports. Carmichael Dave. Jason Ross. Chris Verlag. Still trying to figure out that Masters Sunday thing. I'll be on a plane for it. No TV.
The game of golf.
Golf. Starting to get excited. I pity people that aren't into golf, the Masters specifically, but probably like how people.
I'll be fine.
To be fair, that aren't into hockey. No, but isn't it better to have more things you're into?
Probably.
Like Chris, I'll tell you this much: I am perfectly fine without watching AEW wrestling. I don't miss it.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish I wouldn't.
But I don't pity you for not wanting to watch it.
No, but I'm saying like if I could take if I could take a shot of something like Tropical Punch Kool-Aid mixed with root beer, and it made me look forward to AEW night. Like sit around, maybe watch AEW with some A&W. That's probably why I thought of root beer.
With Chris.
I would take the shot. I'd like to come in and talk to Chris about, hey, man, did you see what MJF did to the flying whistleblower?
Kenny Omega.
I don't think Chris wants you to like it.
I don't think he does either. Well, that's most wrestling fans. Most wrestling fans are what you call gatekeepers.
Yeah, but do you want Chris to like golf?
Yeah, I would love to watch. I would love to talk golf with Chris.
I introduce people to wrestling all the time, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Soccer fans are very similar. You find that in fringe sports, things that are not like the mainstream, there's a lot of gatekeeping. Like I was here first. You wouldn't like it.
I will also say that depends on a group of people.
You're right. You're right.
A lot of the people I found out with soccer have been very welcoming. Like I'm part of AO Sacramento. I wasn't the biggest soccer fan when I joined, but they were pretty cool.
MMA had that problem for a long time. Still does. You just have your group that's like, I've watched since day one. You don't know what real fight. You don't know what he could have never beat Hoist Gracie. I think he should be a sports ambassador. Like I would love to get people into golf. But as I've told you before, Jason, I think part of the whole appeal of golf, especially to middle-aged men, is it's wonderful. It's great napping programming. It's a huge thing. And I think everything is built around napping, which is probably bad for sponsors. Yeah. You're watching golf and it's, Scheffler with the 3-footer to take a 2-stroke lead on Bryson DeChambeau. And it's good. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more. And then it's like the first commercial is like Rolex for the defining person. And then the second one is like AT&T. works for your phone. And then the third commercial's like, bump, 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 with the stupid whale that splashes the insurance commercial.
Yeah. Got to get a Wegovy in there somewhere.
Everybody's having a great time with their Wegovy.
They have the best time in those commercials.
They do. Or like if someone's suffering from IBS and you're taking, chocolate Noctadong.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, they're playing pickleball with IBS.
They're just walking through the city and just having a blast.
They are always having conversation. Like, I have never in my life walked in a row of four people, like four people wide, where we're all turning to each other and then and smiling and talking. And then someone says something and the third person from the left, just bends over laughing.
Yeah. And then the 4 wide, all of a sudden, then 6 from the side, hey, I want to join. And now all of a sudden there are 2 rows of now 5 wide. And then it's there's more to follow. And it's we've started a parade.
Yeah. They're like Legos. They just click together and keep walking. And then next thing you know, they're on an alley snapping and getting ready to fight. Much like the Kings were facing the dinosaurs last night across the Great Lakes in Toronto, home of MC Snow, who was famous for the song Informer back in the day. Toronto, the Toronto Raptors, a team that is in the thick of things.
Thick.
In the Eastern Conference, Florida State's Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, and the rest of them. And I didn't see what the line was on this one. I'm going to guess it was Raptors by double digits, probably 10-12. And Jason, you got the audio. The Sacramento Kings had different ideas.
Yeah, they did. And the game was kind of starting, just kind of back and forth, not much. But you need the guy, the instant spark, and that is the pizza guy, Malik Monk.
Mamushkelashvili for 3, no good, misses this one. Monk gets the rebound. Brings it into the front court. Going to try a transition, pull up 3. He's 2 for 2 from downtown. Oh, my. Malik is starting to feel it. We'll keep a close eye on him now as Sacramento has a 5-point advantage for the first time on back-to-back triples from Malik Monk. 23-18 on the scoreboard.
He's heating up. So Monk was good in the first quarter, responsible for a 9-0 run by himself. Kings were up after 1, 27-22. But, Dave, we go to the second quarter, and the guy who had just an unreal first half, Precious Achiuwa.
Carter drives, probes, pulls it back, gives to Achiuwa. Precious now hands to Derozan. Debo is 0 for 8. He's due to score one. Plowden back in, takes the feed. He drives to his right, runs into a double team. Gives to Achiuwa. Step back. Going to be good. It hit front, then back of the rim, and it fell in. 18 points, 15 rebounds for Precious Achiuwa. Kings up by 6, 61-55.
That's a lot. 18 and 15 and a half?
That is a lot. That there's a lot of numbers being put up around the league, and Precious Achiuwa apparently was like, I would like to be part of that, please.
Yeah, let me let you know what I'm doing. Kings led by 5 at the half. We go to third quarter. Let's get a little more history from Demar Derozan.
Here is Debo going for 3, and there it is. He has climbed another notch on the all-time NBA scoring list. His first field goal of the night comes from three-point range, and he has now moved to the number 17 spot ahead of Dominique Wilkins among NBA all-time leading scorers. Next up, Oscar Robertson.
Wow.
74-67, Kings lead by 7.
Took him a while, missed all his shots, only had 2 points at the half, had a big second half, so let's go to fourth.
1-14. Debo now has 25 in this ball game.
All right, then later after a DeMar 3 in the corner, really put him away. Now the dagger from Precious.
Got to be aggressive. Here's the double team on Monk. He finds Achiuwa. Achiuwa looks over his shoulder, now drives inside, goes to the rack. He scores with the left hand. The Kings lead it 123-115. 34 seconds left in this one. Precious Achiuwa with a ball game of ball games tonight for the Kings.
And then finally, take us home, G-Man.
8-footer missed by Shed. Rebound to Sacramento. That basically is going to ice this one. The Kings on top, 123-115. DeRozan circling away from 1, 2, 3 defenders. Finds Nick Clifford. Back to Debo. Shot clock at 7. Game clock at 9. It's all but officially over. Raptor fans headed toward the exits. Debo just palms it, holds it, says we'll take a shot clock violation. with 1.4 seconds to go. Shaking hands, Neek Clifford and Malik Monk. Looking up at the scoreboard, Demar Derozan, the unflappable one, who tonight climbed another notch on the all-time NBA scoring list, surpassing Dominique Wilkins, will end the night with 28 points, 4 assists, 12 of 12 at the free throw line. And it's officially over now. The final score, Sacramento wins it 123-115.
There you go. 20th win of the season.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel good. Go crazy, Sacramento. We got a break. Hey, message to sales.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Step your game up.
We don't even have a 3.5 minute break today, Jay. It's great for the listeners.
Yeah.
More content. Wow. All our breaks are super quick. This is almost like, I'd almost rather just have nonstop sports talk 4 hours, see if we can do it. Maybe put them all at the end.
Yeah.
But we are going to pay some bills. We will hear from our friends. And then when we return, let's go around the NBA, because this was certainly a surprising outcome. But, man, there were some things done last night in the NBA, and not a lot of them involved defense. We'll talk about it right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season. Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with N&S Tractor and Case Construction and Courtyard by Marriott Sacramento Cal Expo. More info at CITBFest.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
I want to get to the NBA, but real quick, we have breaking news in the world of
when
the
it breaks,
NFL.
We have it first.
It's Sactown Sports breaking news.
The Raiders just keep killing it, and I'm really high on the Raiders this year, and I keep waiting for them to do something stupid.
Not again.
There's a lot of Raider fans probably feel the same way. Like, when's the other shoe dropping? It really is a pleasure to watch. It isn't going to bowl anybody over, but Adam Schefter reporting the Raiders have signed Kirk Cousins to what we would assume be the backup to rookie number 1 pick Fernando Mendoza. Mendoza's Indiana Pro Day was, I believe, yesterday or the day before, and there were some that said, Jason, it was one of the best pro days they've ever seen. Not only was he hitting everything, but he was calling out receivers and routes, which was a first for many. Before every pass he made, it was a very impressive pro day, to say the least, from a lot of scouts that relayed that. And I love Kirk Cousins. Gonna be 38 in August. His best days are, I'm sure, behind him. This is a guy that threw for 4,000 yards 4 straight years, threw for 4,000 yards 7 out of 8 seasons. As one of the best and in some cases most underrated arms in the NFL. Now, that's not who he is right now for sure, but still in 10 games, threw for 1,700 yards, 10 touchdowns last year for Atlanta. Having him come to Las Vegas, it does a number of things. Obviously, if something were to happen to Mendoza, that gives you a plug-and-play, ready-made, professional NFL quarterback that can step in. And no offense to Gardner Minshew or who was the other guy? Aiden O'Connell. Thank you. I kept wanting to say AJ. Aiden O'Connell. They're not good NFL quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins certainly was, and I think you can throw him in there and he might limp you through a game or two fine. But the other part of it is Kirk Cousins is a constant pro. Teammates love him. He's a good dude. And somebody I could absolutely see. Remember the whole thing we love to laugh at, the tweet that said that Fernando Mendoza makes his animal crackers fight with each other before he eats them. I feel like Kirk Cousins also does that. Like, he's that guy too. Yeah. So I that's a good synergy there, Jason. I just think it's a very smart move.
Is there any chance there's a thought behind? I think logic is what you just said. What tells you here is like he's the backup and they're probably drafting Mendoza. That's what everybody feels they're doing.
Sure.
Any chance that they're going the thought of taking Cousins to be the bridge QB and doing something else at the top of the draft?
Now, look, if do I think there's any chance? I think there's a minuscule. I think there's enough of a chance to where it's at least worth mentioning during a sports talk radio segment. It does feel like they are absolutely all in on Fernando Mendoza being the number 1 pick. We've talked about it before. They know better than I, and they know better than you. And scouting is no exact science, and Jamarcus Russell will tell you that. But if they aren't all in on Fernando Mendoza not being a good quarterback, but if they're not sitting there saying, look, nothing can be guaranteed, but this guy is an all-pro prospect, franchise-changing quarterback. If he's not, oh, man, trade back.
Yeah.
Trade back.
Yes.
Because it wouldn't surprise. Look, even if Fernando Mendoza is a stud, I can tell you right now, it wouldn't shock me at all. If they traded back and they used those picks to further bolster their lines and a couple of skill positions here and there, I actually would bet that they'd have a better record next year than if they didn't and they drafted Mendoza. But the question is not what they're going to do next year. It's what are they going to do 2, 3, 4 years from now.
Right. And that's the position. I mean, we talk about getting draft picks right. Like, if you're taking a QB, that's one you've got to get right, because we've seen many teams pick a quarterback in the first round and be done with that quarterback by 2 years. I mean, it just happens all across the league now.
Yeah, absolutely. They continue to stack good moves, and it's nice to see that kind of stability. Meanwhile, in the NBA, last night, Jason, I don't know if you stepped back and looked at all, but last night was weird. It was a weird night in the NBA. How about this? How about if I told you, Jason, your team was going to score 131 points, you'd think you'd had a great chance of winning. And if I told you you didn't win, you'd be like, oh, maybe it went to OT. No, it didn't go to OT. You didn't win. You lost by 22. The Sixers beat the Wizards 153 to 131. And the rumors of Paul George's demise maybe we're a little premature. 39 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 0 turnovers in 30 minutes on 15 of 22 That is incredibly impressive.
And when that team, which we haven't seen enough of, because Embiid didn't play last night, but Maxey was back, Edgecombe was there, Paul George, obviously, as you mentioned. That's one of those. Feels like there's several teams in the East. Like, man, I don't know if Charlotte gets through if I want to play them. Atlanta, I don't know if I want to play them. Philly, I don't know if I want to play them. There's a few teams like that.
I with Embiid not playing, and Embiid tweeted out yesterday, I think he said, well, I guess they won't let me play. That's the weird stuff going on. But Paul George having 39, Tyrese Maxey 28, VJ Edgecombe 23. And, of course, those numbers would have been a little bit different had Embiid played, but that's a decent amount of weapons if all those guys are healthy. Meanwhile, the Wizards 131 and they lose. The Hawks keep rolling 130-101. The Magic are in an absolute free fall. Your most likely most improved player of the year, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, cousin of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, had 32 points for the Hawks. Here's another one. Well, how about this? How about you score 129? You certainly don't think you're going to lose on your home floor by 18, but that's what happened to the Heat. The Celtics beat them 147-129. Jason Tatum last night goes for 25, 18 rebounds, 11 assists, but Jaylen Brown went for 43 points and 7 assists to go to 3 with 3 rebounds. Old friend Nimi Keita on the night had 16 points for the Celtics, skill with 11 rebounds. Just numbers after numbers after numbers, Jason. The Knicks scored 130. The Kings beat the Raptors. How about the Pacers beating the Bulls on the road by 19? They scored 145 points. The Nuggets 130, the Jazz 117. And in this game, probable third place MVP finisher Nikola Jokic, he had only 15 points. To go with 17 rebounds and 12 assists, he has clinched a triple-double this year, joining Russell Westbrook as the only players to average triple-doubles 2 years in a row. Jamal Murray with 37 points. And then finally, Victor Wembanyama. Bill Simmons, the writer and sports guru, executive, whatever, actually posted yesterday as part of I think it was a FanDuel or DraftKings promo. He said, hey, I'm going to parlay because I got a feeling about this. The Spurs winning at Golden State and Victor Wembanyama going for 40 plus and 15 plus. Well, guess what? It hit 41 points, 18 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. The Spurs are now 58.
Wow.
58-18. They beat the Warriors 127-113. And if you're asking, well, gee golly, is that historic? Is the Victor Wembanyama-ing, is this historic? Well, let me give you some, can I give you some Chris, do you have any Wembanyama stuff coming up?
No.
No, okay, good. Let me give you first up before we get to Victor Wembanyama. I'm going to give you blocks leaders in March. For example, the Nuggets and Magic are tied at 47 blocks. The Knicks have 51 blocks, or had 51 blocks in March. Victor Wembanyama had 56, just by himself at 56 blocks. Tonight or last night he had 41. Monday he had 41. 18 last night. 16 Monday. Victor Wembanyama at 22 years and 88 days becomes the youngest player in NBA history to record 40 or more points and 15 or more rebounds in back-to-back games. He really wants that MVP, Jason,
yes,
and he's playing like it.
I thought the overall night, like you said, was just crazy. I mean, what Wemby did to cap the night off. 40-point quarters, Dave, and for teams, it's really good. I was looking at that last night. Pacers had a 44-point second quarter. You had the Heat with a 45-point third quarter. Sixers had a 47-point third quarter. Hawks had a 47-point second quarter. The Knicks started their game with a 48-point first quarter, but Boston's first quarter against Miami, 53 points in a quarter. What's going on last night?
No defense.
Yeah. End of the season. Defense. Yeah.
The San Antonio Spurs, Jason Ross, just to remind everyone, were 32-16 after a loss to Charlotte. 32-16 is great. That was back on the 31st of January. they were 32-16. They're now 58-18. That is 26-2 over their last 28 games. They are on an absolute collision course with Oklahoma City, a team they, I believe, swept this year, right? 4-0?
4-1. They played them that fifth time.
Yeah. That's right. They played them that fifth time. I am starting to get a little excited, even though I'm a Kings fan and I don't really know what the playoffs are. I am getting excited for the postseason for things like you mentioned, not just the big ones of OKC and San Antonio and Detroit. That would be a fun matchup, but also the Celtics now that they're back. Can the Knicks finally do their thing? How good are the Hawks and the Charlotte Hornets? And the Lakers, like barf. I get it, but they're up to the 3 seed now in the Western Conference. The Suns they're going to be in the play-in at 42-34. Like, good for them. Good for them.
Yay, Suns.
Yay, Suns. We will take a break. Hey, listen, that hour flew by. When we come back, we got 3 for Madness. Chris, your friends at FIFA are charging a lot of money for things. We're going to talk a little bit about technology in the world of sports, and we will talk about the Kings winning last night before we get to Kings Rewind at 7:43 and Sam Amik at 8. We're right back after this.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code THRIVE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code THRIVE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's THRIVE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. And there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yo, Palisades crew. Johnny Mosley here, blasting into your Thursday with the Toyota Tahoe report. The Toyota's locked and loaded. So let's swing open the door, peek at the conditions, and see what Mother Nature is serving up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday at Palisades Tahoe starts with lingering snow showers clearing to broken clouds. Temperatures top out in the low 40s with light winds. Fresh snow on the upper mountain means great spring turns. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
If you're serious about getting better at golf, start with The Fit. At Hagen Oaks, everything begins with Total Game Fitting. The TrackMan Player Performance Studio analyzes your swing to match you with the right clubs. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball for your game. The Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio helps you roll it true. And with FootJoy's 3D foot scanner, you'll walk the course in shoes that actually fit. From driver to putter, putter, and even what's on your feet. Hagen Oaks fits every part of your game. Total game fitting. Only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right. A couple of quick notes I was looking at during the break. We talked about Kirk Cousins signing with the Raiders. Clint Kubiak, their new head coach, remember, he coached Kirk Cousins for 3 years in Minnesota. So that's a match. And then we were just talking, Jason, about the NBA playoffs and getting excited. We were talking about, this was, it may be unfair to Darius Acuff, but we were talking about the new value of the modern NBA player and how the days of, just offense and even offense with some distribution may have gone by the wayside, or at least are flagging a little bit. And what do we mean by that? We were looking at the value, if you will, the trade value or lack thereof of both Trae Young and Ja Morant.
Right.
So keep in mind, Trae Young is a guy that for his career has averaged 25 points and 9.8 assists on 43% shooting, 88 from the line, 3.5 boards. Those are very, very good numbers. Those are all-star numbers. That's a career average, by the way. The Hawks, since trading Trae Young for CJ McCollum,
right?
Their offensive rating, Jason, is 123.9. That's first in the NBA. Their defensive rating is 100.8. That's first in the NBA. Their plus 23.1 net rating, obviously, also first in the NBA. Now, to be fair, Trae wasn't exactly playing every game, so that's a bit of a mushy stat. There's some noise in there, but he was playing a little bit. And it is the ultimate addition by subtraction type of thing. Very interesting to see what the Hawks and Hornets, both being in the Eastern Conference. In fact, if we want to be honest, we could also throw, if they are, a healthy 76ers team in there as well.
Right.
At least you got to think at least one of those is going to be sneaky. One of those is going to be the Hawks are all the way up to the 5 seed. The Sixers are the 6 seed.
Yeah, and last night, we talked about the Kings getting the win. It was really damaging for Toronto because that's a game they couldn't give up. And with Philly winning, Toronto losing, and they're in a tie. But Toronto, by the tiebreaker, goes to 7th, which is now in the play-in. So that was a really bad loss for the Raptors.
Really bad loss. And some might say a really bad win for the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, really?
Some
okay.
might say that. 3 for Madness, question 1.
FIFA is now selling tickets to the World Cup final for $11,000. If you could spend that for one event in the next year, what would you spend it on?
I got to correct you, Chris, because this is kind of how fake news starts. And I know you're not that guy, but I'll accept your apology in advance. It's not $11,000. It's $10,990.
Now I feel better.
That's so dumb. I hate when people do that. Like, really, is there anybody out there that's like 11 grand too much? 10,990 though. Ooh. Is it really that kind of psychological thing?
Must be, because people do it.
The price had been $8,680 when FIFA sold tickets after the tournament draw in December. That's 11 grand for a seat at the finals. So the question, as I designed it, Jason, was counting that finals of the World Cup. This is just like somebody gives you a gift certificate. You can't keep it. You can't go spend it on gummy bears. Like, you have to use it for an event over the next year, and you get to pick the one. Now, my answer is very, very simple. And by the way, it can't be like, well, the Kings in the NBA finals. Let's all just understand that if the Kings were in the NBA finals, that'll be all our answers. but not knowing, being blind to what the Super Bowl, or we're just talking about the event itself. Mine would be Sunday at the Masters. I mean, it would be. If I had to spend $11,000 on something, it'd be Sunday at the Masters, and there's not really a close second for me. But I'll allow Game 7s, even though we're going in blind. I'll allow Game 7s or a deciding game. I don't want to tilt it with, like, Jason would go watch UCLA play in the college football championship. Like, of course you would, but pick a final, pick a sport. What would you spend $11,000 on if it was given to you?
Yeah, again, I think that's the key, because I mean, that's just too much. There's no way. But I'm going to go into the premise of the question. I think I would try to. Now, let me ask you this: could I get away with saying going to the Olympics, or do you need to pick a specific event at the Olympics?
Well, it's not in the next, because the Olympics aren't in the next year, are they? It's
that's
2 years
true.
from now, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so it's you basically today.
Yeah, way to go.
Say, like I give you $11,000 today, and you say, or we're given $11,000 by our new boss. Let's say our new boss gives us bonuses. He says, but you have to pick the event right now in the next 12 months.
You know what? I would say the Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
I don't love it, but I would say the Super Bowl.
Dork. Chris, I'm assuming you're going to pick the World Cup?
No.
What are you picking?
Oh, God. WrestleMania something?
No.
What are you picking?
Like 11,000. So with this $11,000, is it just for the ticket, or is it just like, hey, your ticket actually cost $1,000 and you get $10,000 to do whatever with?
No,
but it's got to be specifically for the event.
Nope, it's $11,000. Gets you the seat, the great seat to the event you want to see.
I can't think of anything.
Oh, wait, let me hit this button. Dork.
You can't think of anything.
What would I want to go to that costs $11,000?
Again, you're given
it's not
this.
Costing you.
I know, but like, I don't think I would want to go to something that someone would have to pay $11,000 for.
We get it, but you
like
have to
the World Cup final.
Yeah.
So it's the World Cup final.
No, I don't want to go to the World Cup final.
You don't. So if somebody gave you a ticket, you wouldn't go?
I guess I would go to Manchester City versus Manchester United derby.
Dork. Which
wouldn't cost $11,000, but since it's the only thing I can go to.
Scenario, it costs $11,000. You're not paying it.
I know I'm not paying it.
God, why do you always have to be this guy? Why can't you just say I do the thing?
Why don't you just say what I want you to say?
No, it's not what I want you to say. I just want you to pick a damn event, not be that guy.
He wants to call you Dorka.
Dorka. By the way, you know what? This is a great first start from the new boss. He says, iron out your itineraries. I'll start working on your bonuses now.
Oh.
It's a great start.
Is that right?
Not Chris's, though.
If he said that you get, say your ticket was $1,000 and you get the $10,000 to do whatever with, then I would have said the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, and then you would have been. That's not what it was. Well, say if it was if the ticket was $5,000 and I could take the other $5,000 to cure world hunger, I'd take. Well, that's not the question.
You're gonna cure world hunger with $5,000?
You're darn right. It's a lot of gardens. It's a lot of cows.
Sounds like one from what you were saying the other day.
Yeah.
So you go to the Derby? That's like a 2-minute race.
Yeah, but it's the party.
You wanted to party and bet. It's more about the experience.
I'd get like the pink suit and the hat and
oh God, fedora,
alligator shoes.
Wow. You're usually a bleeding heart over most things. You don't care for you gonna wear the fur too there, Warbucks?
No, that's terrible.
That's too far.
That's too far. Screw the alligator though. He's gonna rip his skin off. Wear it on my feet. Imagine if there was a bunch of alligators going to a ostrich race and they were like, oh, look at these human boots.
What?
Uh-huh.
If you had a bunch of alligators that got together.
Weirdo, party of one.
You had a bunch of alligators that were getting together, and I'm trying to think, instead of horse racing, I don't know, they're watching ostrich racing, pick the animal. I don't care, whatever alligators would like to bet on. And they're rolling around, and someone's like, "Hey, Buffy, look at these. These are 100% pure human boots."
Buffy
the alligator.
Well, you know what? You make a good point right there.
He does.
Thank you. They don't want to hang around with the crocodiles across the way.
Oh, you don't want crocodile shoes.
No. They're gauche.
Crikey.
They're so gauche.
They're more pointed.
It's the old Norm Macdonald thing. Hey, you know who just died? The crocodile hunter. Ripe old age for a crocodile hunter. Who got him? Fred? No, it's some bird. Some fish.
Gauche.
So gauche. Question 2.
Question 2.
Are we getting to a point with technology where soon actually going to games will be tougher and tougher?
Yeah, I think about this sometimes. Like, look, there's going to be people that are always like, "Hey, there's nothing like being at a game," right? Well, like, let me just, I don't know if the technology is going to be exactly like this, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close. You're seeing the cosms around the country start to open more and more, where you're in a public environment, you're eating, you're drinking, and it looks like you have this giant lifelike screen in front of you. It actually looks like you're at the game. I went to one of them, and it was just like, I can only imagine the possibilities, right? And not just games, concerts, stuff like that. But like, imagine that, like, where Vivek sits near there, the center court.
Uh-huh.
Imagine, like, those little lights that come out of the ground, like when you're walking up somebody's path to their house or whatever. They have the little stick and then the, like, domey light on top, right? Like, imagine one of those is there at every arena, and it's in a special spot. And what the dome part is it's like 100 little mini cameras that all go in circles, basically, like the Matrix kind of shot, where you can see it's filming every direction at once. And then you put on your headset and glasses or whatever your setup is, and you're at the game for the most part. Visually and audibly, you're at the game. You can turn your head to the left and right. And I know that there's already stuff like this, but it needs to be refined. I've tried it. It's
of course you have.
Of course, no. It's honestly, if anybody has one of the Meta Quest, any of the VR headsets, it's fairly readily available, but it gets really annoying after a while. Pretty soon, they're gonna have a more streamlined setup where you're not wearing 20 pounds of gear on your head, and you're gonna be able to, if you want, sit center court at a game, look left, look right, and then where I think it's really gonna get cool is when me and you and Chris and a few of our friends all have the same setup, because it's fairly common now. It's like buying a TV, and we can all go to the same game, and I can look to my left and see you guys, or to my right and see the rest of us, and we're never leaving our house, but we're all together. We can talk, we can cheer, we can do. Is that exactly like going to a game? Of course it's not, but it's pretty damn close. And then on top of that, it's your own bathroom, it's your own food, it's your own drink. It's not just games. Like I said, you're going to be able to go to concerts, have the best seat in the house. So other than just the experience of being with other people, but I would submit this. I don't like other people. But I like my friends.
Okay.
But I generally don't like people in general. You're going to get the guy in front. You're going to get the guy that gets too drunk and loud and stupid. You're going to get the other guy that's at the concert with you singing at the top of his lungs, but he's singing all the wrong lyrics. You're going to get the guy that tries to pee on someone's leg because he's hammered. Whatever. You're just going to get all these people in crowds where you feel like a cow going moo. And you could just sit there with your buddies and still have the same experience, similar experience. But you don't have to leave your house. You don't have to park. You don't have to drive anywhere. You don't have to pay for, you're paying next to nothing, if nothing. I think that's coming in our lifetimes, guys. And I think that the next generation, there's going to be more and more people that go, why do I need to leave my house? I could just do this. And prices, do I really want to pay is the experience I'm going to have by going to the game with my family worth $700, $600, $800 more than what we're going to get at the house watching it?
Have you ever had, well, let me see, how do I word this? What's the best feeling or memory you've had from attending a game?
I mean, it's hard to top. Waving Draymond Green off the court after that wild card, the play-in win over them. That was a blast.
You wouldn't have been able to do that at home. I mean, you could have waved at him, but
yeah, I wouldn't have been able to wave at him. And I think if I was just, I think the killer part of this is the more mainstream it gets and the more you'd be able to, because admittedly, yes, it's an isolated feeling watching the game, from your couch on VR. But if it's common enough to where, imagine a world where you could go with friends. Imagine a world where there's like Kings online fan groups that you're a part of. And you're all going to, hey, let's all meet up tonight at the thing. And here's the login. We're all going to be in the same virtual room watching the game, talking to each other, stats at hand. I know it sounds weird and impersonable now, but really think it's where we're kind of going. It's never going to be like nobody goes to the games anymore. But Jason, you've already seen technology. Like there's a lot of people now that didn't go to games before or went to games before, but don't now because why? I've got a 65-inch 4K screen at home and surround sound, and I get the replays. And maybe I'm just talking about me, but I feel like that's happening.
I guess I'm too much of a fan of the community experience live, living it. Then you're still living it. It's a different feeling. Doesn't mean it's not great. It's a great feeling watching at home and being with. You could choose who you're with there at home, but I don't know. I've just always been a fan of being at the games. That'll be me forever, I think.
Chris, I know you like attending stuff, but is that something that if the price was right and it became mainstream, you would use? For example, like if you could throw on some basic glasses and you could be visually and audibly in the ultra section at the Etihad in Manchester. Like, is that something you'd enjoy?
No. But I think it's weird that the technology wants to make you feel like you're at the event, and that's because the price of going to the event is becoming so insane.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay $200 for these goggles that makes it feel like you're there? Or do you want to pay $500 to go there once?
Yeah, well, no, to further your point, and that's where I think eventually it is going to come to a head. It's not, do you want to pay $200 to feel like you're there or $400 to actually be there? It's, do you want to pay $400 to be there, or do you want to pay $200 once to be there and then be there again and then be there again and then be there again because you've already bought the hardware and maybe you've got some sort of, I don't know, $10 a month subscription, Spotify style, to access the technology. But when you're sitting there and people are asking you for, $20, $30, $40,000 for season tickets versus paying $10 a month and not having that season ticket experience. And by the way, the conveniences, I mean, can we all agree? Say what you want about going to sporting events. It's not convenient. It's not as convenient as sitting at home watching it. What am I missing? I mean, you're not having to park. You're not having to pay for parking. You're not having to buy $10 beers and $8 hot dogs. You don't.
I don't know. I just think you're going in like you dread that stuff already. Like I look at that as part of all of the experience.
Really?
Yeah.
The expensive food and drink and the paying for parking and walking in from God knows where.
I think you make it to what it like. Again, I would never tell anybody, hey, if you can't afford it, then you shouldn't be doing it. And I'm not saying, well, it's, who can afford it? Like there are like, okay, let's word it this way. If you had the best possible equipment, we had the question, the last one was like $11,000 for a FIFA event. If I gave you the option of the best possible video experience from your house, the best made in the world, or a ticket that was affordable in the second deck. I don't know, maybe you ate before the game. You got decent parking. It was a little bit of a walk. Everything was kind of less of a hassle, and you're at the game. But you're not in the front row. You're not in the best seat. You paid a comfortable enough amount, and you're in the building or in the stadium.
I'll go, look, I can only speak for myself. I'll take you a step further. You could give me the best parking underneath the arena with its own separate entrance. You could give me a seat guaranteed to be within the first 2, maybe 3 rows of the arena. You could give me free food, and all of it costs absolutely nothing. And all I would have to do is drive there, park, go into the entrance, sit in my seat, watch the game, eat, drink, and come home.
And you'd pick the
other?
other?
How many games a year? You know how many games a year I'd probably go to?
1.
Yeah, because that's what I did this year. And I'm a credentialed member of the media. It's all free. That I'm living, and I mean, you're working. It's a little bit different. I live that. That is my reality. My reality is none of it. I'm not paying season ticket. It costs me nothing. I can go into the media room and eat. I can park at the underneath the thingy ding. I can go in the media entrance. It's free. Free. Well, I mean, gas. So I don't think I'm the average bear.
You're not.
But
you don't?
But I do think there's more of my kind of bear every year.
I think that has to do a lot with affordability, though.
And that's the thing. I think if you presented, I don't disagree that there's more people that, like Chris is saying, like the prices have gotten to a point where it's difficult. But if people were put in your scenario where they could go and experience all of that, they would go
100%.
all the time. All the time.
I think 100% they would, but not all of them would continue to do that.
I don't know.
Is what I'm saying. I think I'm very aware that people would listen and go, dude, are you kidding me? I'm saying to underline that I'm not BSing. Like, that's a real option. But you've got TV. You have the comfort of your own home. You have food, drink, all of that. You have a sound system. It doesn't mean going to games isn't fun.
Right.
But do you not think, I mean, I'm asking, do we not think technology has changed viewing and attendance habits over the last 10 years?
I think
or is that just my world?
I think it's less technology, more cost, more prices, I would say. Like, I mean, I watch baseball all the time. Who was I watching the other day? The Reds. I mean, they're playing the Pirates. That game happened to be on. I'm watching and go, man, there are not that many people at that baseball game. Now, I don't know if it's the Reds, if it's their opponent, the Pirates, if it's the weather. Weather seemed fine. Is it the prices there? Is it expectations for the team? I don't know what it is, but the place did not have that many people in it. And I don't know if it's because, it's on TV and everybody's at home watching it. I don't know. I don't know the answer. But if I'm leaning towards something, I think it's, prices have gone up on different things, whether, whatever, groceries, gas, all that stuff.
It is interesting because, and like all we have to, all we're going on right now is the Kings, and like the Kings put on such a good product, like they do. I mean, look, I'm not talking about wins and losses. Like obviously, I get that, but like game experience, I'd put the Kings game experience up against any other team in the NBA. You and I've seen most of them. Like the entertainment, all the extracurriculars, the choices, the food. Like Golden One Center and going to a Kings game is an elite NBA experience. By the way, concerts too. I think it's just me.
Yeah, I think I'm the wrong. Like, look, I'm paying as a fan. I'm paying to go to A's games. I'm not even a fan of the A's. I love baseball. I'm going to watch. I could watch those at home, and I do. But it's more fun to go to the game.
You like the experience. I mean, I think you and I are very. It's funny. You and I are kind of oil and water in that scenario. I think you, like, don't get me wrong, there's still some experiences I just pick and choose now more than anything. Like going to a game, fine, but like I'll fly down to freaking LA and watch Paul McCartney for God knows what. It's not that I'm against that.
Dave
stuff.
loves LA. Dave loves it.
But you want that experience.
Yes. And to your point, if I had an opportunity to go to Sunday at the Masters or watch it on VR, I'm flying to Georgia and I'm watching the Masters.
Yeah. So why is that one different?
Maybe it's is it availability? Is it how many, like, for example, if I lived in Georgia, would I get tired of going to them? I don't know.
Yeah, if you got a 10-year pass right now, you won some weird lottery, Dave, you're going to go for 10 straight years to the Masters. At year 3, you're going, yeah, I've been there.
No, because I think that's the equivalent of watching 10 home games, right? Like,
yeah, but you go to, you know, with the same access, you kind of admit you'll go to 1, maybe 2 a year. Maybe, you know, it depends on what the year's like. If they were doing better, I'm sure you'd go to more. But I mean, I don't know if you'd get the Masters fatigue where you go, well, you know what? I also have watched this every year on my couch, and I could do the very same thing without, well, it's a long flight, and, you know, that drive in. It is pretty, but, you know, I don't know. Based on your other answers, I think you'd get tired of it.
It is a tradition like any other, Jason. We'll take a break. When we come back, good conversation. When we come back, athletes in trouble. Why did I write that like pigs in space? Athletes in trouble. We've got rehab ×2. We're still following a lot of other things. It's enough to make an entire segment. We'll do it next.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter, right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, UC Davis, and Sac State with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Oh, a lot of good talk on the text line. From Nick, Dave, ask yourself this. Why did you feel the need to go to the Kings and Blazers game that broke the 17-year playoff drought when you could have experienced it through your goggles? Now, to be fair, Nick, I couldn't have. I don't experience. I can't. I've tried the goggle thing, and it gives me a headache. But the point remains, right? Like, why did you fly out? You flew up to Portland. You stayed there. First off, first and foremost, I should be fair about that. That was part of our job. We were on location doing that. But I also want to be fair and say I would have done it anyways. Even if it wasn't part of the job, I would have done it. There's no way I wanted to miss that. I would have flown to wherever they were to clinch. But Jason, I think that's more picking and choosing. Like, that's a different animal. Like, that's breaking the drought.
Okay.
That's not March 3rd against the Raptors, December 3rd. Not there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying I think a 17-year playoff drought breaking game, a play-in game, a playoff game.
I don't know, maybe that's how I kind of honestly felt about like the A's being here. It's like, look, I'm not an A's fan. I don't know. At the time I thought, well, they might be here for 4 years. Now it's looking like 3. We also now believe that next year there might be a stoppage, so now it could be down to 2. And so last year was the first year that was exciting. This year it's like, hey, Dodgers will be coming through. Yankees will be here again. Other teams watching the A's get better too. I don't know. And then like 3-4 years from now, if in fact there's no more baseball here, I'll say, well, I'm glad I went to those games.
Yeah, making memories.
Yep.
Oh, I get it. All right, JR is on. I'm afraid. Good morning,
Don't be
JR.
afraid.
How are you? Yeah, I'm afraid.
You pay for gas?
Well, okay. Well, I pay for solar.
I think of you guys more as like Hall & Oates and Billy and Manili. Not so much oil and vinegar. Billy Manili. You're lip syncing this whole show.
Facts.
Us rich people like to lose money, like what Chris said. And what you're describing is availability attrition, Dave, where it's always available. And so the attrition of wanting to go is an easy thing to decline. So you decide not to go. I mean, that's what it is. So something like the Masters, you say you haven't been there, so it's kind of a one-time thing. I know with my world, sometimes I get lucky like you, and I'll go to a Niner NFC championship game, but if I have tickets for available regular season game, not making the trip down there. Not worth it. I'd much rather watch it on my 200,000 square foot TV in my backyard. So,
hey, Dave, you and JR are the same.
I mean,
we are the same.
There's some things going on here. Number one, there's like a incredibly down-to-earth, intelligent phone call from JR, so I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. Availability attrition is a phenomenal term. JR, is there a difference, though? Because I try to be introspective. I don't feel like it's being spoiled either, although I guess technically by definition, I can't deny that I don't have the same excitement as to when I was a kid going to a random game. I mean, my whole week would revolve around it, but at the same time, I was beyond excited for the play-in or playoff or the clinching game, the new experience. So is availability attrition the same as being spoiled?
It's spoiled, but first time spoiled. You're describing basically the mindset of this is a new thing to me, or this is a thing that's exciting enough where my body and my brain wants to go see it and experience it live versus seeing it on TV. Now, I will say there's a small school down in Southern California called the University of Spoiled Children.
Mm-hmm.
Most rich people send their kids there. So deal with it. Jay, I'm more like you. Do not put me in Dave's class.
Thank you, JR. Welcome back.
Great. Welcome back. See you tonight. Bye.
I'm not. Was that really JR until the end?
I mean, towards the end.
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
Hey, the real JR, please call in.
Right.
Availability attrition.
I love that. I love that term. And it is, look, it's part and parcel. You're able to do it differently. You're at all 41. And you work those games and you're excited. I mean, I know there's times it's harder than others, and night and 8 p.m. starts and all that, but you're genuinely into it each time. I wouldn't trade jobs for anything in the world. It's not that. I would love to feel the same way I did when I was 16, 22,
yeah,
and all that. And it is different a little bit, but that's also part and parcel, I think, of covering the team, is that when you do that, it does numb itself. Like if I got out of radio for 5 years, I think I'd be super stoked to go back to a game. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's do the next game, which is Friday, tomorrow night. The Kings are at home against New Orleans. Here's the example. If you are not working at the station, You're a Kings fan. That game at this moment means zero. I mean, yeah, they could win and, hurt their lottery chances, whatever. I mean, we know that part. But they're not going anywhere this season specifically. There's less of a reason, if any, besides being a fan of the team to watch. So there's a chance you don't watch it at all, and that's okay. Going to the game, I will say this, tomorrow, I would have to say I'm less excited than the home opener. I'm less excited of it's early in the season. Ooh, Wembanyama is here. Or, an opponent that you might excite you, or the Pistons have won X round in a row, or whatever. The Kings are finding a groove. Okay, I'm excited about this game. So I will be less excited, but then I'm there, and then you're watching, and then, maybe the game is a nondescript, not that exciting game. Okay, well, I've lived it, went through it, no big deal. But maybe there's a moment in the game, or a dunk, or, oh my gosh, Malik is on fire, and like every time he catches it, the anticipation, it's like he's going to make another one, and there's the feelings all come back about being there for, still the game means nothing, specifically that one, but there is something about being there, I think, that can draw that out, even in a game where we are now compared to when we were in Portland, we're like, oh my gosh, they're 4 quarters away from doing something and breaking this impressive streak, and we know what this means to the community and how great was it to be there. So, I mean, the games were different, but you still get some of the same feelings inside those games when you're there.
No, I think that's a great point. I think that's kind of the bulldozer method, that you go to everything in the sense that it's like if you had season tickets to an A's game, or the A's like you do, and you never know when you're going to see a no-hitter, and how much would that kill you to take that night off, or a perfect game, or a triple play, or 4 home runs, or whatever. You're 100% right. It's why I look at guys like Sean Cunningham always fascinates me, because Sean is at everything.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. I know that the instinct is, man, Sean really busts his ass. And by the way, he does. He works his tail. There's no doubt about that. But he's not doing that purely for the love of the job. I can promise you that. It's because Sean legitimately loves going to these things. He loves going. He will drive all over, and he's living his best life. He really, truly is. I think there's a line in between there, and I this whole conversation started off of just the emergence of technology and where it's going, and how much people and Chris is right, and it's kind of where I was headed too, was that at some point I think there's, when you talk about these World Cup tickets, which I get as a one-off, but when you start looking at the prices and where they're going, like, there's gotta be a breaking point. Doesn't there have to be a breaking point for fans?
Yes. Yeah.
And there hasn't been one yet.
No, and I mean, look, whether it's World Cup, whether it's Super Bowl, whatever prestigious event, you're like, there's no way people can go. And then you go, man, that place is full. And whether it's corporations, wealthy people, whoever, the tickets still end up getting purchased.
Yeah. And so
they are worth that, right? Whether you believe they are or not.
That's exactly right. And when somebody like Chris, who understandably says, dude, tickets are too high, the answer is no, they're not.
Right. We do
they're
that.
Not too high.
Yeah, we do that with a lot of analogies. Hey, Dave, I want to buy your house for $10 million. My house isn't worth $10 million. Well, it is now. Like, if you're offered that, it's worth that. I don't think it is, but it doesn't matter. That then becomes the value of your house.
I know some of this is just generational stuff. I know some of it sounds boomery, and I don't have the math in front of me, but I can tell you this, dude. I went to, hell, probably Chris even went to, I could find old ticket stubs to go see the Red Hot Chili Peppers at Arco for like $25. Like legitimately, like 25, 30 bucks with Ticketmaster fees.
Which felt like a stretch too.
This just came up on my timeline of WrestleMania 19 that was in Seattle that I went to. My tickets were $25. Wow. For that same ticket to go to WrestleMania for just one of the days in Las Vegas, you're looking at $300, $400.
How many years ago?
19 was 2003.
Wow. And by the way, it's not, and I guarantee you, if you put ticket prices up against inflation. So if you said, okay, in 2003, $10 was really, is now $14. I don't know, whatever. the increase Chris described is more like $10 is worth $110 or something. But it's not just that, because look, I get involved deeply in things like season cards over there in England when they're announced every year. In fact,
and $25 in 2003 is the equivalent of $44.50 today.
Okay, and what does that seat go for now?
$300.
$300. Okay. We just did the season card thing earlier today over there, and froze the prices. And I think to go to all the matches, whatever it is, 22 home matches, something like that. It's like $300 for the year. Obviously, there's different levels, but $300 for the year. So it's not. My point in why I say that is it's not just an economy thing or a greed thing, or it's also a cultural thing, because they're not dealing with that over there. They would literally riot if you came out and said season tickets to go see Manchester City or $10,000 a year. They'd lose their mind.
It's way less than that.
Right. No, totally. I'm just, but again,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that would be a below average season ticket out here to any of the three sports, pretty much. So it's kind of an American thing. And how long are people like, yeah, we'll pay that? And it's not because these teams cost more to run either. They do. Why? Because salaries are higher. But why are salaries higher? Because the salary cap went up. Why did it go up? Well, because revenues are up. What's a big part of revenue? Tickets. So it's this cycle, Jason, where we, the fan, and I say we, the fan, are just like, sure, I'll pay more. And then we pay more, and then we go, tickets are too high. And it's like, well, dude, you control that. But we don't. So ultimately, hey, Chris, you know why going to games and concerts are so expensive? Because of us.
Not me.
It's our fault.
Not my fault.
What'd you pay to go to Oasis?
$100.
Was that retail?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. What's the most you've ever spent to go to something? By the way, $100 is still a lot.
Yes. That's my line, though. I would say I think I paid $125 to see the Red Sox Cubs in Wrigley Field.
I mean, it's Red Sox Cubs at Wrigley Field, though. One of these days it'll hit ahead. I just hope it's in my lifetime. We'll take a break. When we come back, we still got athletes in trouble. We'll get to Kings Rewind. We'll just carry that segment over at some point. Kings Rewind, big win yesterday. What did it sound like? Well, most importantly, what did Chris and Jason have in store? We'll get to that next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors. Locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need. From reliable printers to high-performance copiers, we'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology. Family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Your Toyota's been through a lot with you. Traffic, rain, potholes, you name it. But it keeps showing up mile after mile. So maybe it's time to give a little back. For a limited time at your local Toyota dealer, get 3 new tires and get the 4th for $1. Because a ride that's always there for you deserves to be taken care of. 3 tires, get the 4th for $1? Go on. Treat your Toyota. Deal ends April 30th. Keep your Toyota a Toyota. Restrictions apply. Toyota and Scion vehicles only. See participating Toyota dealers for details.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. And there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Almost halfway through today's program. Wow. MC brings up something interesting in the chat, Jason. Michael Jordan's first contract. 7 years, $6.3 million. I say worth it.
How long do we wait? How long do we wait to evaluate that?
Jury's still out, Jason.
Yeah.
And from the text line, I think StubHub and Ticketmaster, and they've contributed to the spike. The ease of now being able to be a scalper at the convenience of a phone has led events to be priced higher and it's taken away part of that secondhand value. Well, how about this? How about we just eliminate these companies? How about the teams just take their ticketing in-house? Charge a, you know what you charge? Nothing. You build it into if you're going to build it in. Build in an admin fee. That's fine. If it's a $40 ticket, you need to sell the team. I'm all for the team making the money to pay the players and do the thing. What are we doing with Ticketmaster? And just outlaw scalping. Make it outlawed again.
Yes. Shout out to the proletariat.
I'm tired of people buying up tickets and then turning around and selling them for God knows what. And you can't get good tickets. You got to go through the scalpers. All StubHub and Ticketmaster are, they're just organized scalping, and we allow it. We absolutely allow it. You know who gets my vote? I don't care what the party is. Whoever comes up with the plan to eliminate the Ticketmasters and the StubHubs and all of those is of the world.
Yeah, that is the big issue.
It is. And you're a season, you said you bought season tickets to the A's. Mm-hmm. And guess what? You're not going to go to every game, and maybe you want to get your money. So here's another thing I'm for. How about this? How about, Jason, you can sell your ticket, go on Facebook Marketplace, go wherever you want, sell your ticket, but you can't sell it for more than what you bought it for.
Okay. I'd be fine with that.
And you know what? And I understand there's some season ticket holders that subsidize their season tickets by selling the Warriors and the Laker games and all that. I get that, and that's unfortunately going to be a victim of this. But maybe those tickets are a little bit lower now, and overall it works out better for the consumer, because the consumer is getting absolutely pantsed right now, dude. But that's just me.
Not if you're watching from home.
Not if you're watching from home, like a lot of people were last night. I expect there weren't a lot of people taking road trips to Toronto to go see the Kings and Raptors. But, Jason and the rest of everyone watched it. And he and Chris, they put their heads together and they came up with a little bit of a rewind we've got for you right now.
Hey, the Sacramento Kings were closing out their 5-game road trip with a game against the Toronto Raptors.
Did someone say
dinosaurs?
The Kings have been off since Sunday night and been in Canada ever since.
What?
Take off to the Great White North.
Okay.
Yeah. Demar Derozan was the pregame storyline for this one.
Here's a little story that I think you'll like.
Debo is the Raptors' all-time leader in games played and scoring and entered the night just 9 points away from moving up another spot on the all-time scoring list.
I mean, people say he was less than a god, but more than a man. You know, like Hercules or something.
The game started slowly as Kings rookie Maxime Reynaud picked up 2 early fouls.
Booger!
With the Kings trailing by 2, insert Malik Monk and unleash the beast. Wow, beast mode.
Wow.
Monk scored 9 points. The Kings scored 10 straight, and after one, Sacramento led 27-22.
I'm a pizza guy.
That's right. The lead would grow to double digits when Kings rookie Nick Clifford scored on a lay-in.
Well, now, look at this big fella. Clifford, is it?
Following that, the Raptors woke up and scored 11 straight points and extended their overall run to 21-3 to build their lead to 8.
Here we go again.
Well, Sacramento, like usual, fought back, and a lot of work was being done by Precious Achiuwa, who had a first-half double-double with an outstanding 18 points and 15 rebounds.
What are you, celebrating or sneezing?
The halftime score, Sacramento 61, Toronto 56.
Not bad at all.
That's right. With all eyes on Demar Derozan, he shockingly had just 2 points at the half while shooting 0 for 8. He always gets to the line.
Foul. No, 2 fouls.
He's also the master of the mid-range.
Crank up the mids.
And ironically, his first make was from way downtown for 3.
3.
That bucket moved him ahead of Dominique Wilkins for 17th place on the all-time scoring list in NBA history.
Yo, home, smell you later.
Wow, for Neek. Up next, Big O. Look out. DeRozan is closing rapidly on Oscar Robertson for 16th place.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Wow.
Jeez.
Well, get out of his way. The Kings concluded the third quarter by expanding their lead to 9 heading into the fourth and final quarter.
It's the final countdown.
In the early fourth, the Kings built their lead to a game-high 12 points after 3-pointers by Monk and Plowden.
Oh, Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
Okay, real quick. Is it okay that like 80% of the reason I want Daquan Plowden to return next year is legit because of that clip?
I think 80 is low. 80%.
95. I was playing it low.
By the midpoint of the fourth quarter, Toronto would cut it to 4, and we're going to crunch time in a close game.
Thank you, Little Roots. Please stay strong.
In the final 2 minutes, the Kings got huge hoops from DeMar DeRozan with a twisting reverse and a corner 3.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him either.
The dagger came from Precious Achiuwa, and he finishes the night with 28 points and 19 rebounds.
Chicka, 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 chicka. Toot, toot.
Sacramento's road trip ends with just one win. It's the Kings' 20th of the season, final 123-115. That's right, the beam is back. That is the 20th win of the season, just 7th road win of the year.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
The Kings will now have 5 to go, and they will host the New Orleans Pelicans on Friday at Golden One Center.
Yeah, he's a Gator. Where you from? Where you from? You don't know Gator.
And there you go. That's how it all played out last night in Toronto.
Big win for the Kings. And the fans are torn. Want them to win. You always want your team to win, but you don't want them to win this year. But now they kind of screwed up their draft chances unless the lottery works out like it usually does, and they didn't screw up their draft chances, and then they get a high pick.
I'm so confused.
But you got to pick the right player with the high pick. It's just so confusing, Jason. I don't like it. Maybe maybe our good friend Sam Amik can help us figure it all out.
I think he
joins us. I hope so. He joins us from The Athletic, and he'll join us. Wait, am I breaking early?
Yeah.
I'm breaking early, aren't I?
You are.
Jeez. What do we have, like 4 more minutes?
We got a little bit. Got a little bit to extend ourselves. Hello.
Come on, Sales. Golly, Chris Sales. Okay. I got a couple things for you. That was a Wembanyama thing. The Sharks scored 2 goals in the final 2 minutes to win the game. At some point, I'd like to. I have a question about Precious Achiuwa. Jason, how different, if at all, would Precious Achiuwa have made things if Monty McNair was, if he was there when Monty was there? He was the power forward. I thought about that last night. We didn't have a power forward forever. Would Precious over Harrison Barnes putting Keegan at the 3 made a difference, do you think?
I'm trying to think that through because, let's even do it now. Like, if this team was fully healthy, which at the beginning of the year, it was closer to healthy, Achiuwa didn't play a ton.
No. So
let's just say they have everybody right now today. Like tomorrow's game, they have everybody back.
Yeah.
Sabonis starts, right?
Yeah.
Levine starts.
Yeah.
Keegan starts.
Yeah.
Probably Russ.
Yeah.
And Demar. What'd you think?
Yeah.
So then Achiuwa is off the bench with Monk.
Unless you go Reynaud at the 4.
Okay, so it's still Achiuwa off the bench. And then what, Keegan to the 3 and Demar off the bench?
Yeah.
I mean, I think ideally that's because look, if you go way back to the beginning of the season when there were pretty serious talks about Kuminga, I think the thought process from talking to people internally was get Kuminga here with Keegan, with Sabonis, with Levine and Russ, or at that time Schroeder, whoever they felt was the one, and then try to talk to DeMar and coming off the bench, and kind of him and Malik as 2 really good scorers off the bench.
Well, it's part of why, look, obviously, if we get A.J. DeMonsa, hey, great, and we'll figure it out. Same thing with Caleb Wilson. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But if you're talking about fit, which is, I understand that's not what we're doing here, it'd be very interesting to see what this team would look like with a Kingston Flemings, an A. Cuff Jr., whether you could put Wagler or Peterson at point guard. But if they end up if that super stud ends up being a point guard and you play, I feel like that would be more impactful than maybe any of the other positions, regardless. So we'll take a break. I see Sam sliding in here early. Hello. When we come back, and we're going to talk about Sam's hair when we come back, too. When we return, Sam Amik joins us from The Athletic in just 2 minutes.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a 2-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with N&S Tractor and Case Construction and Courtyard by Marriott Sacramento Cal Expo. More info at CITVFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Christopher Law taking you into the second half of a Thursday program, and I don't need to be there to know. He's ready. What the hell happened from the Athletic? That's the most impressive 2 minutes of hair I've ever seen in my life. Sam Amik, good morning.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you look like, as somebody said in the chat, it looked like you just got done surfing some waves in the Pacific, and now you are coiffed and ready to go. What happened?
Oh, man. The people saw that? I thought that was behind the scenes.
Oh, it was the curtain was revealed and opened and everything.
Could have been so much worse.
I mean, if you want, so I'm down in San Francisco because the Warriors had Spurs, Cavs back to back. And if you want the truth, I just didn't have the energy to care. And then you commented, and then I suddenly cared.
That
is
quick work, though, Sam.
It really is quick work, Sam. Are you a brush or a comb guy? You're a brush guy?
No, it's a comb. Sorry.
I thought it was a comb. Do you own either a switchblade comb or do you? No, hold on. Please tell me this happens. Do you ever take a black comb out of your back pocket and just kind of do the thing where you do a quick comb back?
We're like straight out of Back to the Future over here. Marty McFly. My wife did buy me, I don't use it, and I might have lost it, but she bought me a fake switchblade comb that I was dumb enough to bring through TSA one time. That didn't go well. And then, high class, I was losing combs, and then I found, and I still have a bunch of these. I found a bag of those black combs. It was like 100 for like $10. So I think I've lost like 10 of them, but it's great. It's like freeing, because not great for the environment if you lose 100 combs, but you're not worried about losing it. But yes, I was close to just doing it though. I was gonna have the hair look like look like I was straight out of bed, which I am. But here we are.
Sorry,
yeah,
that's my fault. Sorry. That's terrible hosting. Also, Jason, are we gonna see you at some point, Jason, or is that just me?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm looking at my.
Yeah, he's not on the video.
Okay, because it's just you and me when we're talking. It's doing the AI thing where it's going to go to Jason when he talks.
Well,
AI.
Yeah. What I was thinking, though, Dave, is you're always looking for those collectibles. So now I'm just thinking about wayward Sam Amik combs out there just on the streets, what those have got to be worth.
Ooh, like a signed one?
Yeah, one of one. Well, one of 100, I guess.
How do you sign a black comb?
And white Sharpie.
Yes.
Okay.
Game worn.
Right across the teeth.
This is great for the YouTube guy who says we never talk basketball.
I was thinking the same thing. All right, YouTube guy, you can start it at 4 minutes after the hour here. And it's always something snarky like, we finally get around to basketball talk. Oh, we'll do that then. Let's. I'm not going to hammer you every week about your MVP vote. in what I hope is not your impending wrong MVP vote. But I will simply ask you, am I correct in if you had to guess? It seems like it's now a two-person race between SGA and Wemby, and you probably have Jokic locked into third. Whether that's you or if you had to take a poll, do you see that it's kind of shaping up there right now?
I do, although I think you're going to have some Luka voters over Joker, which is going to make you happy.
No.
So I think it's those four. It's funny, ESPN does their kind of like, I think they do 4 different chapters of the MVP poll. Excuse me, where they ask would-be voters to share their vote. So that's Tim Bontemps from ESPN, friend and colleague. Little peek behind the curtain, I very begrudgingly help him with this thing. I've had times when I didn't do it because I was competitive and thought it was stupid that I was helping ESPN. But, then I decided to be nice and do it. So I turned in my vote 2 days ago and had SGA on there, but I could still change it. It doesn't really mean anything. But so I've had, that's where I've got it. But yeah, I think it's those two guys. And Webby continues to be the loudest self-promoter of them all. Luka and SGA both have passed on chances to argue their own case. But yeah, I think it's 2 and 2, I guess, in a four horse race.
Yeah, I think you told us last week, Sam, or the week before, that you thought if Wemby surpassed and the Spurs surpass OKC, that might be the one that flips it for you. I don't know if they will, but let's just say they win out. I mean, they would have won 16 in a row. 64 wins. It may not be good enough to catch OKC. His stats and his resume would be MVP worthy. Are you still under kind of that feel like if he does pass, the Spurs pass OKC, you would then lean to Wemby?
I mean, I like always, you have like your sense of it, you're studying it and watching it all the way through. I'll then dive into the numbers even more and try to just make a final decision. My thing about them passing is that, there is a certain power that comes with being the incumbent. I know that sounds stupid, but historically, I think that is the case. And so with Shea, it's like if they not only have the league's best record, but it does get glossed over that, he was without his wingman, Jalen Williams, for most of the season. Yes, they're deep. Yes, they're very talented, but he's had to carry a pretty heavy load this year. And so, but if Victor and the Spurs passed him up, that's just from a narrative standpoint. And I know people hate that word. I mean, that's remarkable. It's even remarkable that they came this close. I've seen some pushback from people to the idea that the Spurs passing them would need to be a big factor, that it should be kind of more holistic than that. And I get that. And I think it's true. But, I also think in terms of like, it's not about just my opinion, like compelling the majority of the voters to come off one position to take another would require a big time event like that. Now, to your point, Jay, in a vacuum, like just the Spurs dominating to this level, maybe that's enough. I don't think it is. I think Shea's going to win. The part that I love, and if I vote for him, that I'm fine with, is that there was no, what's the word I'm looking for? There was no entitlement to Shea's candidacy down the stretch. You know what I mean? Like Victor pushed him and he responded. The other night was a lot of fun when Victor has 41 and 12, I think, against Chicago, and somewhat in the same time. And then a little later, there's Shea going crazy against, who'd they go to overtime with?
Detroit.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Great game. And I know Detroit was undermanned, but Shea, I mean, I know like Dave, the free throw stuff drives you crazy. It does me too at times. And I think he shot 24 that night. So it was part of his game. But like that was the most where I've ever watched Shea, just in terms of the entertainment factor. And literally as a child of the 80s, been like, damn, this dude is honestly like Michael at times. Like he just dominates in the mid-range and does whatever he wants on the court. The rhythm of his game and the pacing is so fascinating. So anyway, I mean, I like the fact that Shai is killing it down the stretch too.
Sam Amik with us. You mentioned Victor Wembanyama kind of promoting his MVP candidacy, and we also had him in tears after a huge game this year, the NBA Cup. I mean, he's doing a lot of extracurriculars, and I think, in my opinion, making the game better and doing the NBA a lot of favors. That being said, there is this narrative, to use your word you just did, that the media generally doesn't like being lobbied, if you will. Hey, I watch the games, I'll make my own decision, I don't need you lobbying. I know I'm putting you in a spot, but how does a player coming out and saying, no, I want it and I think I deserve it and here's why, how does that sit with you?
It sits fine with me, and honestly, I could be wrong, can't speak for everybody. I feel like there's a little bit of a golden boy thing happening with Victor. Like, I don't think he can do any wrong right now.
Yeah.
When it comes to the media, and I'm just being real about myself. Like, shoot, I was yesterday I saw him at Spurs shoot around. I don't know the kid. I've now interacted with him a few times. I'm just being honest. I don't normally do this. I went out of my way to tell him I was enjoying his energy lately and the way he was kind of moving. And I wasn't talking about basketball. There was more of the off-court stuff and the media stuff. I think it's fine. And the thing that I like, is that beyond his candidacy, I think it's good for the game to have this conversation specifically about the value of defense. That is a pet peeve of mine. That it's something that, like when you consider Shai against Joker, Shai against Luka. Shai is, not even half the defender at this point that Victor is, but he is a more impactful defender than Joker and Luka. And so that doesn't get taken into account enough. And I like the fact that Victor is really forcing this conversation. I was arguing with a fellow voter yesterday who was advocating for Luka, and they made a comment about the 75-year plus history of the game. Offense has been more important than defense, and it was like, well, it's just stupid. It literally is half the game. And the whole like chicks dig the long ball type thing is the reason for the most part that offense gets the shine. But Victor has made defense cool again. It reminds me a little bit of, Draymond Green in the past has argued for himself for Defensive Player of the Year. Shoot, even earlier this season, he and I did an interview where he was preemptively arguing to be all defense for the 10th time, which would have put him in rarefied air. But like, I think it does sometimes impact voters because, we're human and you listen to some of that noise, but I think it's fine. I just don't know that it's going to, and I think it's good that Victor is doing this. I just don't know that it's going to get him what he wants ultimately.
Sam Amik from The Athletic joining us. Sam, how did you internalize, I think it was 2 days ago or so, where SGA was asked about that, kind of Wemby's campaigning in a way, and he's like, well, look, I'll let my game do the talking. So he kind of took the opposite approach. Shot at Wemby there, or that's just the way SGA is? How did you take that one?
Maybe I think both things can be true. But that's the part I love too, is that the OKC Spurs edge, is a real thing. If anything, if you wanted to call into question anything Victor had said, it's pretty spicy to go out of your way to just bluntly state that you dominated the reigning champions in 4 out of 5 matchups. Yeah. Like that's a little, that's some hubris for sure. But again, not to get on a rant, in this day and age when like there's a reason MMA is so popular, it's like, it's people do enjoy a little bit of conflict. And so Shai doing what he did, I thought it landed well. It was true to his personality. It was smooth. He was smooth with it. It wasn't like he was uncomfortable or edgy, or I mean, he had his shades on when he said it. I forget which game was that after. Jay, do you remember?
It might have been
Was
after
that
the Detroit
one.
Yeah, it might have been.
I think it was, because I feel like I was thinking like, yeah, like if you're gonna say I'll let my game speak for itself, no better time than when you drop 47, I think it was. And I mean, my favorite part of that game was, with Shea a couple weeks ago, you had him, something I've never really seen, kind of hitting 2 game winners in a game against Denver. Remember, I forget all the particulars, but like he had 2 huge shots. You thought he won the game. He had to do it again. He did it again. In this one against Detroit, he's on the right side. I think it was Ron Holland on him. And it's, game on the line, 0.4. He rises up, push off, bucket, I think a 3, and he buries it. And they actually did the right thing, and they called the push off. They called the offensive foul. But my favorite part was like it was SGA, and this I'll bring it back to your point. It was SGA, from all sides of the discussion, where you had the fouling component, where he got the whistle that he typically doesn't get, because he does get away with a lot of stuff. But it's like, damn, like he did hit the shot. Like that was an incredible shot, and doesn't count because they blew the whistle. Go to overtime, and it's almost like another game where he's got to win the game twice, so to speak, and he does that. And so after a game like that, to say, I'll let my game speak for itself, like that's not a nothing statement. Luka was asked, I mean, Luka's, I know I don't think he's going to win it, but we should spend at least a moment acknowledging what he's doing. I mean, it's like, Dave, I know you're right. Joker's numbers are crazy. I mean, this stuff from Luka is bonkers. I think it's 13 straight games, 30 plus points. 7 of the 13 or 40 plus. Lakers have won 12 out of 13. So it is just some absolutely elite, incredible basketball from these guys down the stretch.
No, it absolutely is the same Amik joins. I mean, we're seeing these crazy numbers go up. And you have 2 different guys averaging over 30 points a game this year in Shea and Luka. Neither of them are averaging a triple-double, which this big chubby-looking center is for the 2nd year in a row, joining Russ Westbrook. And then the guy that I would give my vote to isn't doing any of that, but he might be having one of the best all-around years we've ever seen. And back to Wemby, and correct me on this, guys, because we're all basically around the same age, the 3 of us. And I
29, yeah.
I remember reading, with David Stern when he took over from Larry O'Brien, and you had the Phoenix Suns cocaine scandal and fights everywhere. And the NBA was, the finals were on tape delay and blah, blah, blah. Anything you read, it's always him saying the key, or one of the keys, was promoting the players and the personalities over the teams and creating that. So you had Magic versus Larry, and then MJ took over, and you had the mailman, and you had the bad boys and Bill Laimbeer. You always had these personalities. And I'm not trying to say that doesn't exist, but look, I say this with all respect. I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes off as boring for the most part. He's a team guy. He's a nice guy. His teammates come up from behind him. I love the dynamic, but just I don't think of SGA or James Harden as these like amazing personalities that I do Anthony Edwards or Victor Wembanyama. Nikola Jokic, the same thing. His whole gig is that he doesn't really care about basketball, which he obviously does, but he's disinterested. Guys like Wemby, guys like Giannis, guys like Anthony Edwards, and I know Anthony Edwards has some faults there, but it isn't part of the whole Wemby thing, Sam, that he's a little bit of a throwback in a way that it's the personality that also goes with the defense, that also goes with the offense.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree with all of that. And then it's coming, like the personality is emerging at a time when his game is ascending, which is not getting enough discussion. The jump he's made from year 2 to year 3 is phenomenal. And I had a really interesting chat with one of their coaches last night about that. And so like the synergy between that personality coming out, the game evolving in a major way, honestly, the league at large needing something like this. I wrote a couple weeks ago about with the tanking discussion and the gambling, and the Clippers controversy. They needed something like Victor saving the All-Star game, Victor crying after a Clippers game, just showing casual fans that, yes, these guys do care. Victor pushing in the MVP race. So, yeah, their personality is part of it. There's a bigger discussion about, international players versus American. Like the mildly uncomfortable part. I'm not uncomfortable, but like the part no one really wanted to talk about the All-Star game was that I feel like the international versus American component like literally pissed off American players because like Victor represents, international players kind of stealing the game that they think they have, some ownership of. I think they tapped into something there that is why guys played hard, and Vic does that. He gets under your skin, and I think the fans and even the media benefit from that, and the game benefits from that. So, yeah, I mean, that is the thing. I agree with you about Shea being boring. He's very, there's nothing bad you can say about him. He's a great teammate, incredible work ethic. You don't hear a bad thing about that. Joker, who I love watching, if I really had a relationship with Joker where you can speak directly and frankly, which nobody in the media really does, like it'd be like, yo, big fella, like stop telling people behind the scenes that you really want MVP, which is what he has done in the past, and just say it to the world. Like just share the experience with the world, whether it's MVP or whatever. Just like people take the time out of their busy lives to watch you play. Stop making everything so pulling teeth when it comes to just the connection with the public and with the audience. That's where Victor is absolutely kind of lapping the field, even if he doesn't win the MVP award.
Sam, you mentioned being around the Spurs, watching them yesterday in San Francisco, and Wemby's growth and jump, and their staff has acknowledged that. There's no denying their record suggests they are good enough to do something really special this year. There's other, conventional wisdom that, hey, they haven't really been there. They got to go through their lumps. What do they really think internally? I mean, do they think this group right now, the way they're constructed, can actually get through this thing and win it?
Yeah, they get the question all the time right now. The answers have become kind of stock. I think they just know it's like, the rubber's going to meet the road and they got to prove it. It's a little bit overstated that they have no experience, as you guys know better than anybody, because of the Kings connections. Harrison Barnes got a championship. De'Aaron Fox has one playoff series under his belt. But, I mean, the one stat is funny. I think they got, forget the number, but it's 90+% of their playoff games are from Harrison Barnes. So it's obviously a real thing. But they just, they don't know, but the confidence is incredibly high. I mean, the Warriors game was obviously not a real game. They got almost nobody playing right now. But they look dangerous. And again, beating OKC the way they did so many times and how convincing and substantive that was is enough to make me go, okay, I could see it. I mean, this time of year, I might have said this in the past, guys, there's a funny media thing that happens among NBA reporters where you start preemptively booking hotel reservations based on possible scenarios in the finals, but you don't I don't have the energy to do every single scenario. You know what I mean? I'm not doing a Clippers, finals.
Right.
So I have done OKC, San Antonio, and Boston. That's all I've done.
Wow.
And, that's certainly a reflection of how I see it. We'll see if I'm right or not. But I think there have been teams that broke through without the playoff experience and won it all. Now, typically, they're veteran-laden teams. The Lakers did it in the bubble. That team wasn't in the playoffs the year before, but I mean, that team had LeBron James and Anthony Davis and, a bunch of guys who had done things. The best example, because I've looked at this historically, that I kind of liked was the Blazers in '77, and the comp there, they had not been to the playoffs the year before. They win the championship. Bill Walton was 24, I think. But it was young, dynamic, game-changing big man and a team that just pierce through that whole playoff weakness, if you will. So we'll see if the Spurs can do it.
Always good every single Thursday right at 8 a.m. to comb through the NBA with the Athletics. Sam Amik, thank you. Been waiting 20 minutes to do that. Sam, we appreciate you. Make sure you follow Sam on Twitter. Also, get yourself a subscription if you don't already to the Athletic for less than the price of a root beer at some high-end hotels. Wow. You can get some of the best coverage there is, period, end of statement. Sam, appreciate you. Let's try the hair thing again next week. I screwed that up, and I'm sorry, buddy.
I was just trying to be real. You wouldn't let me be real.
Let Sam be real. Have fun in the Bay. We'll see you soon.
All right, boys. See you.
All right, see you. That is Sam Amik. Yeah, that's a really interesting conversation about Victor Wembanyama, Jason, what he means for the world of the NBA. Hey, can I say this? And I know we got a break. I don't want to do a controversial hot take before we go to break, but I wish we had Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, I'd co-sign with that one.
I think we'd be better.
Yeah, maybe Fox would have stayed.
You always have to do that, don't you? You mean nominee for Teammate of the Year?
Yes.
Aaron Fox? We'll get to that in a moment. Still to come on this program, lots and lots of things, including a what's hot, what's not. We'll recap 3 in the key, and we'll streak as well. We got some post-game reaction, what's on deck. But coming up next, a little college hoop news as well. Remember, season's not over there. We still got a Final Four, and we still got a championship game. We'll get to all of that stuff right after this.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the 3. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter-churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
To infinity and the ballpark. Join the Sacramento Rivercats for Toy Story Night on Saturday, April 11th, and then bring your best furry friend to bark in the park on Sunday, April 12th at Sutter Health Park. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers, Toyota. Let's go places.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 11.
I know you could learn. I don't think I could learn and figure it out by now. I think that ship has sailed. Welcome back in. Thanks again to Sam Amik for joining us as we continue to roll along here till the 10 o'clock hour. Matt and Kayla will then take over, and, of course, the Drive Guys in the afternoon. But we will have celebrity birthdays and crosstalk with Matt and Kayla. More to get to, including some post-game reaction to the Kings' victory last night. Can we say controversial Kings victory? Because I've seen it. I've seen it on social media. I've seen it on our text and YouTube today. A good amount of people are not happy with that win. I don't know what to tell you. They did win. It's their 20th win. Literally, it didn't change anything in the standings last night. Yes, the Kings picked up another victory. They did not move past Utah, though they are one game closer. Indiana did win, surprisingly, so they got a game closer. The Kings maybe could have been closer to that bottom three, but at the moment, they're still fourth worst record in the NBA. And right now, if that were to be the case, if they went into the lottery with the fourth worst record, they would have a 12.5% chance of winning it.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yes. Dave, I was drumming when we came back. Do you know how to play the drums?
Like, I could hit the drums, and I think I could keep a beat, like a very basic beat.
Okay.
But no.
Because
I
you've learned them, or you just could feel like you could keep a beat?
Yeah, like I've sat at drum kits before and tried. Like, let me be very clear here. When I say I could keep a basic beat, I could go dum 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 like something like that.
He's played Rock Band before.
Yeah,
but now you get like the foot pedal in. Like, could you do that like with that while doing? Nope. Yeah, that seems. I would love to know how. MC says he could teach me. That would be great.
Does he? Interesting. I've always admired that because that takes an amount of. It's like piano, like the skill to have one hand doing one thing while the other is doing the other. I see some of these guys, man, these guys are superheroes, the good drummers.
I could be I will be ignorant on this. I feel like if you and I practiced for the next 2 months on both of those, I feel like I would do better at piano than drums. I could be totally wrong. Maybe someone goes, no, piano's way more difficult. Maybe it's easier. I don't know the answer to that. I feel like I would do better at piano.
I'm kind of with you.
Could be wrong.
I've always wanted to get it. I always thought it would be cool. There's like 2 things like you always say, I'd love to pick up this skill. There's 2 things I've always wanted to do, just to do it. And one would be, I think it'd be cool to know like multiple languages, just to randomly, like someone speaking French and you have a conversation with them in French.
Bad guy.
But exactly. And then the other thing is, how cool would it be? You're at a party, there's a piano, and you just sit down and maybe do some, just cool little party music, little classical riff here, or, somebody comes up and you're playing. Well, it'd just be cool to be that guy. Like, I didn't know you played piano. As a matter of fact, I do play. Like Jamie Foxx can do like 900 things. Like, he's got to be good at that stuff. I also would love to be a NFL quarterback, though, because the way these guys get paid. Jason, can I take you on a little ride here with our friend Kirk Cousins?
Okay.
This is going to start strange, okay? Because we talked about, what if the Raiders were thinking of trading back and all that? Would it change your mind on the way you're thinking if I told you that the numbers for Kirk Cousins are out?
Okay.
And according to Adam Schefter, it will be a 5-year, $172 million contract.
Okay, but what's guaranteed?
20.
Seriously, that's it?
That's why I told you it's going to be a ride, dude. I've never heard of this. It's a 5-year, $172 million deal with the Raiders. Now, if you stopped it right there, I'm like, dude, they're trading the pick.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as you said that. But the real money is guaranteed money, yeah.
It's a 1-year, fully guaranteed $20 million deal that also contains a club option for 2 years at $80 million.
Okay.
The Falcons will pay Cousins $8.7 million this season, and the Raiders another $1.3. Vegas also agreed to pay its new quarterback a fully guaranteed $10 million roster bonus on the 3rd day of the 2027 new league year. It also sets another new mark. This will now be the 11th straight NFL season in which Kirk Cousins' contract will be fully guaranteed. That's so weird.
It is. And again, I would really entertain the idea. I know I wasn't at pro day. I don't know what their internal scouts are saying about Mendoza. I'm not there, and maybe I'll gladly admit I'm wrong. I'm not rooting against them. I want the Raiders to be good. I like the Raiders. I would explore other opportunities. Now, if this is the best plan, then go for it. But if there's, like you said, address the lineman, if you move back, if you Ty Simpson's in this draft, is that a guy they want? Maybe they don't even want him. Maybe you just get by this year with Cousins and patchwork, and then Arch Manning next year is in the pool. I don't know, but he doesn't scream to me elite quarterback right now. Again, I will definitely admit if I'm wrong on that one.
I'm with you. I'd trade back, but we're also not professional NFL scouts.
Yeah.
And if they think, like we said earlier, if they think he's a franchise changer, then you got to do it. But
it just feels like to me he's the top quarterback in this class. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think it's a strong group.
How much of this college news, if any, did you get to?
None.
Okay. Sorry. By the way, I was late, everybody. I texted the guys. Did you guys get my text, by the way?
No.
Okay.
I mean, well, did I get it? Yes.
Oh, what's the matter? They afraid to go pee-pee in your diapers?
Wow.
We have had such short breaks today. I think we've had nothing. Let's see. Since 6:56, all of our breaks have been 2 minutes or less. And where I'm here in New York at our offices, I have to go down 2 flights of stairs to the facilities. And it was like, dude, I've had a couple of these mugs of hot chocolate. It was it might have been good video, but I was at the point where my back teeth were floating, so sorry.
No, I don't know.
No, you don't? Okay. Well, Bill Self is going back to Kansas for a 24th season, Jason.
How do you think he talked about that to himself?
Do you think he had some self I don't know what the word is.
Perspective.
Look, there you go.
Awareness?
Self-awareness. Do you think his how great would it be if his middle name was Mai?
Or beside him?
William beside himself. Kansas head coach. Tom Izzo, for Shizzo, was offered the Phoenix Suns job this past offseason. He said it was, quote, tough to turn down. I don't want Tom Izzo in the NBA.
Well, Ishbia did. They got their connections.
I get it.
Sparty.
And it's always good when the owner makes those decisions.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
But I want Tom Izzo to retire at Michigan State.
I think you're good there. I think that's happening.
But it is interesting if you'd had old Dan Hurley take the Lakers job a few years back.
I mean, could you imagine now he's coaching LeBron, he's coaching Luka in his insane, crazy, psychotic way? Would that have even worked?
I don't think Danny Hurley works in the NBA.
Yeah.
I think Danny Hurley gets humbled real quick when it comes to that stuff. And I also think NBA players would be like, yeah, dude, shut your face. Get out of here, Four Eyes.
Let's headbutt.
Yeah, I think was it Gene Steratore that talked about the headbutt incident, by the way? It was like, dude, I know the ref handled it perfectly. It wasn't, they get along. It wasn't a thing. Again, it was weird. It was viral, but I'm really, really glad that we're not looking at Duke in the Final Four, because I keep going back to an alternate world in which they did call the technical foul and Duke wins. It would be the worst thing ever, dude.
It would be. Let me see if I can find this from yesterday's show, Dave, because I played this. I got to go back one more day. Sorry about that. Did you hear what Hurley said about that?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I didn't hear it. I think I read it, but I didn't hear it.
Okay, I'll play just part of it. Here's what Hurley was with someone on a podcast. Here's what he said.
Really, at that point in the game, we had it won. And he's such an easy guy to work with during the game that I thought he was coming over to chest bump me. to celebrate the shot.
All right, there's more. I'm going to stop it there. But he thought the ref was coming over to chest bump him because that's happened so many times in the history of sports.
He really is like, he really is. Who was it? Steve Lyons that dropped his pants at first base.
Whoopsie.
Like he's just like one of those guys.
Yeah.
Dan Hurley. We'll take a break.
Model American
Dan Hurley. When we come back, what's hot, what's not? We'll recap 3 in the key as well. Got a lot to get to, and then we got the final hour post-game reaction, what's on deck, athletes in trouble, and so much more before we get to crosstalk with Matt and Kayla. We'll do that next.
Tomorrow night, Kings and Pelicans. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner.
Starts at 5:30 with tip-off at 7. Listen to your Sacramento Kings.
On the official home of Kings basketball, Sactown Sports 1140.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Oh, that's like James Hatfield. Ooh, it's hot. Who's hot?
I'm going to say the Kansas City Royals.
Oh.
Last night they had a big game. Beat the Minnesota Twins 13-9. They've taken 2 out of 3 against the Twins.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to add something to that as a shout out to the chat. You know who else is hot? Jose's. You say, wait, what? What are you talking about, Jose's? Apparently, they're talking about Carmichael area bars and hangouts, and somebody couldn't figure out the old bar on Fair Oaks and Garfield. That was Jose's. I guess I shouldn't have said they're hot because Jose's actually burnt down, and there's no more Jose's. That was many, many years ago. I was my dad's Rotary Club met there, so that was always like a real special occasion, Jason, to be able to go there for Father-Son night. And then after that, after it burnt down, it moved to Cafe Capri, which I don't believe is around anymore. And the reason I'm interjecting and trying to do this is because it is 8:44, and I know I've waited long enough. Odds are he's been listening all day, but I hope you guys will indulge me. Happy 83rd birthday to my father.
Yeah.
Born 83 years ago today, and still going strong.
Yeah.
Still going. He's going. He's, he's shuffling. He's doing his thing.
Every day?
He's getting there. Yeah, every day he's shuffling. He's getting from point A to point B. He may not be a Porsche anymore, but he's kind of like a Datsun.
Okay.
He's getting there. He's decent gas mileage, and, hands at 10-2. 83.
Well, congrats.
I'll be honest. Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
When he turned 70, man, I was depressed for a while. I never told him this. I was like, 70. Oh my God, it's over. Like 70. That's forever. If you'd have told me then I'd still have my dad around at 83, I recognize, I'm being serious now. I recognize, we were talking about privilege earlier. Like, what a privilege that I still get to enjoy my parents now.
I didn't realize that your dad was a teenager when he had you.
Dude, my parents were married 11 years before they had me.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why I got such old parents, because they waited forever. And then they waited another 4.5 years to have my daughter, to have my sister. Yeah, I had to figure that out. There was, well, I won't say that on the air, but yeah, they're still going.
Yeah, good.
Not as fast as they used to be. Maybe a little struggle getting up and back and down, sitting on the couch. Need some pillows. Maybe the occasional hand up. Yeah. Maybe you got to pull the plate a little closer to you when you're eating, so you don't, drop any food in your lap. But we'll all get there, I hope. So happy birthday, Dad. Love you.
Birthday.
Love you. Love you. All right. Are we back? No, we're okay. I was like, oh my God, are we 6 minutes late for a break? Wow. Something's happening in my brain here.
Yeah.
Who's not?
Carmichael Dave.
Oh God.
Why is that, Chris?
He doesn't get to enjoy these fabulous Jim Boys burritos that were brought into us.
National Burrito Day. Thank you to Michelle from Jim Boys. Oh, Dave. Oh my gosh. This is really good.
I'm like actually pissed.
I know.
Are you serious?
These aren't fake.
You got burritos at 8:47?
And they're really good.
Oh, you shut your face hole.
Describe it, Chris.
We've got a grilled burrito. We've got beans, meat, pico de gallo.
And it kind of just hits the spot this morning. Again, thank you to Michelle coming in from Jim Boys.
No, not thank you. Thank you, Michelle. No,
well, Dave, you're not hot.
Unthank you, Michelle.
But no, it is hot. These burritos are pretty hot.
Michelle from Jim Boys is not hot.
Mm-hmm.
She's unhot. Do you know, first off, I'm so hungry right now. Like, I'm legitimately so hungry.
You know what, Dave, you want some?
Yes, actually, I do, Jason. I do want some. I would like a nice hot grilled Jim Boys burrito. Number two, I love Jim Boys. I'm like, legitimately, I know they're getting a fat plug right now. I'll put that up to the camera.
Yum.
I want... Do you know how many times we've done the show over the years? And I swear to God, I have thought, you know what sounds really good right now? A rack of Jim Boys tacos. I know that's a burrito, but hot Jim Boys tacos. Like, I know I don't speak for the sales staff, but we're not, we got 2-minute break. So what are we going to lose here? I would do live reads every day for a month. If like every day at 9 a.m. it was Jim Boy's Taco Minute, and we could just like, boom, every day they bring in tacos, we do the read, and then we get like 5 minutes of just eating on the air. Also, underrated sauce, Jim Boy's hot sauce.
Hey, National Burrito Day. Thanks to Jim Boys and Michelle.
No. Screw them all. Well, that's definitely a who's not. All right, let's get to it. 3 in the key right now, please.
Put it in your song.
Oh, God. Last night, the Kings beat Toronto. I don't care. This is just a bunch of crapter because I'm sitting here super hungry and you guys are eating a bunch of Jim Boys.
Well done.
You know what I did? I didn't rhyme anything. I just changed Raptor to Craptor.
Yeah, you were confused with your anger right now.
Why? Because I don't know what rhymes with Jim Boys. Jim Joys?
Burritos?
What rhymes with burrito? Burrito? Taquito?
Yummito. All right. Our first prediction yesterday was our Kings high score. Dave, you said Reynaud did not give us a point total, so Chris added. He thought you would have suggested 84 points. I said Monk with 22. Chris said Reynaud with 20. The correct answer was DeRozan and Achiuwa, who each scored 28. The next one, we asked for the last King to score. Davey said Monk. I said McDermott. Chris said Mr. Carter. And the correct answer was Achiuwa again. And then lastly, your random stat. You said the Kings would never lead. That didn't happen. No. Chris also...
No, dude, no way.
Okay.
I think that's less about your prediction than the fact that you're not eating a burrito. But he also, Chris thought you would have also said that Monk would have scored 63 as another party random stat. So you didn't get that either. Raptors, I said, would come back from 10 points down and win. Almost happened, but did not. Kings got the win. And Chris said Doug Christie.
It was great.
Okay, well, be ready, Chris. You said Doug Christie would win both challenges. He went 1 for 2. It was hilarious.
It was great. Good for you. Yeah, how's that taste, Jason? Sneak another bite in there?
Tastes really good.
From the text line, 916-339-1140. Carmichael Dave. Every year, I didn't know this was the name, Jim Boyce, B-O-Y-C-E, I'm going to guess talk to text here, has a taco eating competition. My wife does it. She's on air over at a TV station here in town. I know the person who puts it on if you'd like to participate.
Oh.
Are you interested?
Yeah, why don't you do it, Dave?
We sent Alan.
Yeah, thank you for the offer. Yeah, Jim Boyce has thrown out the invite a few years in a row. I'm not a eating contest guy.
We had Alan do it.
Yeah, you don't eat those fast.
Because you don't hoard the
them.
contest.
Yeah, like Alan.
Yes. Hoard the contest. I would be terrible. Here's me at a Jim Boyce taco eating contest. Oh, Mark S. Allen has 12, followed by Allen with 7, and Deirdre Fitzpatrick with 6, and Storm and Norman with 5 or whoever. And
wow, good pull.
Thank you. Tom Loftman with 3, Betty Vasquez 4, and
Carmichael Dave is still applying the hot sauce.
That's exactly. I would be halfway through my first one because I don't hork down Jim Boyce tacos. I enjoy them. I take a bite. I savor it.
Yeah, I mean, these aren't donut holes.
Yeah, exactly. Donut hole, dime a dozen. Jim Boyce tacos, forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what's also a really great thing about Jim Boyce too? Like, I will sometimes specifically go to Jim Boyce if I, how do I say this here? If I didn't increase my metabolism quickly, Jim Boyce is a great place to go.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, the little grease, just everything. I grew up on Jim Boyce, dude. Jim Boyce made you a man. Yeah. Wait, am I getting the jingle wrong? Did it used to be like Jim Boyce has a treat for you? Or is that Denio's or something? I swear I think it's Jim Boyce.
Oh no, but I got to put the rest of this away because it is too filling.
No, come on. We could do it.
That's the title.
Title of what?
Title of tomorrow's show. Let's go streaking right now, please.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking. Or are we?
Or are we?
We were all struggling before. Yesterday. We all had hits. You had Arias, I had Soto, and Chris had McGonigal. So we picked new players. Dave, you took, on a hitting streak of 1, you took Shohei Ohtani, baseball's second best player. And he got up 3 times for the Dodgers, and he got 0 hits.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
So you are back to 0. I'm on a hitting streak of 1. I took friend of the show, guest of the show, though I feel like I should have told him during the interview because I think it would have inspired him. I took Brent Rooker. He got up 3 times, had to face Sale. He got 0 hits.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself?
No,
well,
I'm
you
eating a
should be,
burrito.
because you are dirt!
Ow. The burrito makes me feel better. Lastly, Chris was at 1. He didn't take Jake Burrito. He took Jake Burger.
Burger!
Bless you, Chris. And he got up 4 times, and Jake Burger
Burger!
got 0 hits.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
We were 0 for 10.
Wow.
Not many games to choose from today, guys. But we have a fresh slate. You can pick from Twins Royals, Braves Diamondbacks, or Mets Giants. The Blue Jays White Sox has been postponed already.
Wow. Inclement weather, it says.
Yeah. Who is that? Is it not available to start? Inclement weather?
Yeah, inclement weather, not available. Try again tomorrow. Ooh, there's going to be a doubleheader in the South Side tomorrow.
Let's go.
Do you know, Jason, what is the name of where the White Sox play?
Okay, well, it's obviously not Comiskey anymore. It's going to be some... Wagovie Field.
You're not that far off.
Really?
Rate Field. Just
Rate?
random.
R-A-T-E?
Rate. As in, I give you guys 0 ratings for eating these burritos.
Wow, I did not know that.
Give me BWJ, please.
Okay, I knew who that is. Chris, do you know who that is? No. Okay.
Bobby Witt Jr.
I am going to select...
I hate you guys so much, dude.
Oh, wait. Let me take another bite of the burrito.
I'm so upset. I'm really so upset.
I'm going to take Corbin Carroll of the Diamondbacks. Chris, after you take another bite.
Rafael Devers.
Dave, I'm going to save the rest for you. Did we lose Dave?
I'm sure it'll be great next Sunday.
Oh, yeah, it'll hold up. It'll be fine.
It's amazing.
Oh, that's a good idea. We should save these for when we watch the Masters.
Man,
I hope you die. What? When we come back, final hour of the program.
I may be available. We'll see.
We'll get you know what? These guys will do a show, and I'll just sit here and glare. Post-game reaction, what's on deck. And I know what's on deck for Chris and Jason in about an hour. We'll get to all that right after this.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sactown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move, that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento. Get ready because the Sactown Sports Live events calendar is packed with can't-miss shows all season long. It all starts April 28th with Benjamin Todd live at Ace of Spades. Then May 9th, big night, big choices. Laugh with Tim Allen at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Or catch the iconic sale live at Thunder Valley Casino Resort, happening on the same night. Rock lives on May 16th when Jason Bonham brings his Led Zeppelin evening to Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And don't miss Lenny Kravitz May 22nd at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. June 6th, sing along with Richard Marx also at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then catch all the summer vibes July 10th with Rascal Flatts at Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic. August keeps the party going with Kane Brown and Ironstone Amphitheater August 16th. And Ty Myers August 22nd at Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic. From comedy to rock to country, if it's live, it's here. Check the Sactown Sports Live events calendar and plan your next night out today.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Terrible tax, free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is taxes.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax free edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Well, here's a question. Here's a question. Well, first off, why did you just send a text I'm reading? Sorry, that threw me off. Show versus show. I'll let you guys decide. Whitey's asking questions. Did Jim Boys bring in 3 burritos thinking I was going to be there? Or were they listening and they brought in 2?
The way I looked at it, they were in the hallway for a little bit, much like the day, Dave, you were in here, we were in here together, and we heard all that commotion out there. It was like I could just tell there was hustle and bustle, and I knew this was happening because Scott Marsh had alerted me to this. But then I don't know if they went down the hall and visited some of the other stations.
They did.
Okay, they did visit some of the other stations, and then they came in with what would be the equivalent of a tray of burritos. So I just grabbed one of the tray because you're right. We've had some quick breaks today, and it was quick. So it was like, "Hello, nice to meet you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle. Love it. Appreciate it." Grabbed a burrito, took a picture, and here we are. But there were more left. But we're saving you one.
No, it's fine.
You're okay?
I just know when I come home, I'll just take myself and go get some Jim Boys. Nothing against their burritos. I know it's burrito day, but if I'm going to Jim Boys, I'm getting a mess of tacos.
And I think, again, I was just looking quickly in the tray. I think on the top they did have taco, not a bunch, but because it's National Burrito Day. I think they had a taco or 2 from what I could tell, but it's burrito day, so I grabbed the burrito.
Was there sauce?
I didn't see it. That was a really good burrito. I spilled some of it on my white hoodie.
Oh no. Lame. Feel bad for you on that.
I can tell.
It's not that bad, Jason, because whenever you see that stain for the rest of the time that you have that hoodie, you'll remember this fantastic day of getting free Jim Boys burritos.
You're right. It's a little trademark.
I'll give you a stain on your hoodie. What? Let's just move on. You know what? I think it's better for all of us if we just move on. People are wanting to hear sports. Let's just move on.
Okay.
What about, I know we got post game. I know we got updates and remaining things and all that. By the way, I haven't gotten to this yet. Athletes in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the footage of Tiger Woods talking to the police. I mean, whatever. Now apparently he's allegedly going out of the country for rehab due to privacy concerns. I hope that's not I'm going to hole up in, Dubai or something, or some, resort. I really do hope he gets.
Maybe you should go to the cabin with Aaron Rodgers.
But then you got to do the ayahuasca, and I think that defeats the purpose. But you're talking about the one where it's dark for like a day or something.
Or maybe more.
Something. He just get it right, brother. Please get it right for your good and for the good of everybody else around you and on the road. And
yeah, we had this as a question yesterday, Dave. I know you missed yesterday's show, but as a kind of a question that we cannot relate to or not have the answer to, we just speculated on, Chris and I. What do you think is the biggest challenge to being someone as elite an athlete, as that high profile, famous as whatever, number one musician, number one rock star, number one athlete in whatever sport? Like, what do you think is the biggest obstacle they have to face?
That they belong to the world. They belong to the world. And I think that unless you're ever in that spot, you can't fully understand it. That, we think about money and being amazing. Like, think about, just take Tiger Woods, you are the best golfer that ever lived. And I believe that. I don't think that there's any golfer on earth that if every golfer played at their best for a month, I don't care who it is, Jack, Sam, Hogan, Scheffler, nobody's touching Tiger. It wasn't just him winning. It was how he won and the things he did and the signature moments. To me, Tiger Woods is the greatest golfer to ever play, and it's not particularly close.
Yeah, but don't you think yes, you belong to the world, you're kind of everybody's, but also at some point, coming to reality of you're not anymore. That's got to be really difficult, especially while you're still like if you retired on top and your career's over, and like Jordan's to the spot now that people still go, he's the greatest basketball player of all time while he's alive, and people say it, he doesn't really have to defend ever. Like Jordan never has to come out and defend his career because everybody does for him. But where Tiger's still trying to play, he is not the same player. People still revere him and think highly of him, but I don't know. That part has to be, or same, like a musician or an artist that has like 5 great albums, and then like you're still trying to do music. You're like, this guy's washed. They don't have it anymore. And you're like, wait, what? I think what I'm creating is great. That's got to be a challenge for someone that's put at such a pedestal to get off of that and still try to be normal while the world doesn't treat you in a normal way.
No, it's why so many people in that, and there's a reason why so many people in the spotlight go crazy.
Yeah.
Major mental issues, addiction issues. They die early. The suicide rates, overdose rates. Who was it? Was it Dennis Miller? I forget the comedian, but had a bit that you have all these musicians and stuff that when you look at like the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper, which is usually at the top of every greatest rock albums ever list, and those guys were blitzed the whole time they did that album, the whole time they were cutting it. And there's a thought that the drugs in the world of music helped expand them to a level that they couldn't reach sober, but you don't hear that. It's never like bill and accounting is like, well, he needs the pills or he can't do the math. Like that's never going to be a thing. And I think in the case of Tiger or you're talking about the coming of age where Father Time catches up and you realize, but it could also be like John Travolta when he was doing Staying Alive and the TV stuff, and he was hot as hell, and then his phone stopped ringing. It pretty much from one point early on to Pulp Fiction, which revived his career. And imagine going from turning down roles to now you're washed. It's never going to happen. There are some people that take the money and run, and they're probably the smart ones. When we see like Bridget Fonda, who was everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, where'd she go? She's living a fine life, probably.
Probably. Who's the $1 Million Baby? What's her face? Won the Oscar.
Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank. I haven't seen her lately.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's enjoying her life. But when you're Tiger Woods or Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan, I mean, when you're at that level, hell, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, Lady Gaga, pick it, whoever, Taylor Swift. Every move you make is dissected. Every person you talk to, they could be recording it. You don't know who your friends are unless you grew up with them. And even then, some of them cash in. You don't know who to trust. You get a divorce, it's broadcast everywhere, every intimate detail. Your kids might lash out at you publicly. Your name and your legacy now creates instant platforms for people in your life. I would love to be rich, and I would love to be uber talented at something, but the trade-off and the fact that, like, I remember the story about Michael Jackson where I think it was for his birthday or something, his friends set him up, and this is a true story. They closed down a grocery store and they set him up, and the whole present was he got a cart, went to the grocery store, and he went grocery shopping. And he was ecstatic. Like, everywhere you go, people whisper, and that's if you're lucky, if they don't just out and out come up to you and lose their minds screaming. Remember that weekend when I was driving Patrick Stewart around the city?
Patrick Stewart money?
And
Patrick Stewart money.
I think we can all be clear that Patrick Stewart, although famous, is not on a Tiger Woods, Michael Jackson, that level.
Says you.
What I'm saying? Well, look,
he's on one of the greatest American TV shows of all time.
Which one?
You get one.
American Dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Not Star Trek.
I mean, he's done this longer than he did Star Trek by like 3 times more.
I walked into the reception area of the hotel he was staying at. Very nice hotel downtown. I won't give it away just because I don't want to embarrass them. It's not a bad thing, but
David, you're correct. This inn is like a holiday.
I walked in with he and his wife Sunny to check in, and he was wearing. He's not a tall man. He's he's maybe 5'7", if that. And he had not a fedora, but like a hat on with a brim. And if you didn't know, you'd have no idea it was him. So we get up to the desk, and I actually said, "Hey, I'm checking in," and then she was like, "All right, name and all that." And so he takes off his hat, and before he got to the Rick and Patrick Stewart, this nondescript lady behind the desk audibly screamed to the point where I jumped. I don't know if they jumped because I wasn't paying attention, because I jumped. Like, is there a burglar? Did a spider fall? She screamed and then immediately burst into tears. And he couldn't have been more.
What were you wearing?
Right?
I cannot believe I'm meeting Patrick Stewart from Robin Hood Men in Tights. This is one of the greatest days of my life.
At one point, she pulled up her sleeve, and I can't describe. This was a very, how do I say this? Like a normal, middle-aged, nondescript, well-dressed receptionist lady. And she pulls her sleeve up at one point, and she had the Starfleet logo on her, a tattoo on her arm. And he couldn't have been more accommodating. He could have been nicer. Picture this, that, whatever. And I remember, and I walked them up to their room. And then when I came back downstairs, I said something like, "Hey, you okay? That was interesting, huh?" And laughed, and she's laughing. And she goes, "I did not expect to see Patrick Stewart on a Friday afternoon in Sacramento. And I'm so sorry I didn't handle it right." And I thought about that, and I was like, he was so amazing. And by the way, what a great response. But you imagine that wherever you go every day on a level of these other folk. So it doesn't surprise me when you have a guy like Tiger Woods who, and I'm not trying to portray him as a victim here, although it's going to really sound like it. You have had a very public divorce for reasons you created. Your every move is under a microscope. Oh, by the way, your entire body is you're basically Wolverine at this point. You're titanium. Yeah, shocker that he's addicted to pain pills. Like who'd have thunk it? You think he has a problem getting them? You think he doesn't have people around him making it easy for him because they just want FaceTime? They just want to be his friend? How the hell do you do that when you can't trust anyone? When you don't know who has an angle, who has a deal, who wants a piece? That's why we see these guys just so often. That's why I have so much respect for the ones that, look, Michael Jordan was an incredibly flawed man. He was not perfect. And we've been around long enough, Jason, to where we go, okay, eventually it's probably going to come out. But it's why I look at a guy like LeBron James, who is far from perfect.
Right.
But for the most part, this is a kid that's been under the microscope since he was 12, on the front cover of Sports Illustrated when he was, 16? Number 1 pick in the draft, lived up to all the hype, raised by a single mom in an impoverished household. And he has managed, same wife, kids. He's kind of a dork, embraces it. The most powerful agent in the NBA is a guy he found selling jerseys out of a trunk at an Atlanta Hawks game. His best friend, Maverick Carter, growing up, is now the head of his production company and himself a multi-billionaire. He's brought a number of people with him. He's opened up a school. We haven't seen any drug or PED issues. We've never seen him get arrested. We've never seen him drunk and disorderly. We've never seen any of this. And he's been under the spotlight as much or more than any of those guys. And I can hear MC right now banging away on his keyboard because I know he doesn't like LeBron. But for me, when I compare a LeBron to a Tiger Woods, LeBron James is the embodiment of reaching your potential. And LeBron James is also the embodiment of bringing those around you with him. And I respect him for that. I'm a fan of his for that. Whereas Tiger Woods is arguably the greatest golfer to ever play the game. And simultaneously, he may be one of the biggest. People say Bo Jackson. My biggest what if might be Tiger Woods. And that's insane to think about when you think about all he accomplished. But take away the injuries, take away the divorce, take away the drugs. Tiger Woods is on his 170th victory instead of 80 something.
How much did he leave out there?
Oh my God. And that's the thing. You always think about the Brandon Roys and the Bo Jacksons and I don't think anyone left more out there than Tiger Woods in the history of sports. And that's saying something since he may be the greatest golfer to ever play.
Yeah.
So, Jaden, we'll get to Jaden Ivey in a second. Sorry. Puka Nacua.
Yes.
Speaking of rehab, has checked in to rehab. You hate to see it. You kind of saw that coming. His attorney said he was in rehab. Just some real strange behavior. Last month, a woman in LA filed a lawsuit alleging he made an unprovoked anti-Semitic statement and later bit her on the shoulder. It's not the first alleged anti-Semitic statement he has made. According to his attorney, he said he was in rehab a substantial period of time before any of those allegations broke. He's scheduled to be there for a while longer. yeah, he's got some issues. Unless they've put it out, I don't see what the rehab is for. But you may remember in December, I said it wasn't the first time he issued a statement apologizing for performing a gesture that was anti-Semitic in nature and perpetuated harmful stereotypes. You can probably figure that out for your own there. Very young, obviously incredibly talented. Jason, you just hope whatever it is, he figures it out.
Yeah, I mean, these are things that happen, unfortunately, but you hope there's lessons learned and growth and all that kind of stuff. But it also has ended careers or paths or different things. So, we'll see where he goes with this and seeking help for whether it's Tiger or Puka Nacua. You're encouraged at least by that they can see a potential path of improvement for themselves.
And I want to, I want to be very careful with this. Earlier this week, I saw the online when the whole Jaden Ivey thing came out. And I want to be careful, and I also want to be very respectful to people of certain beliefs. He expressed some thoughts that were in line with his religious beliefs, and people were saying, that is offensive, and he obviously has mental issues. And I think there's some things being conflated here. So I'm going to try to be respectful as possible. According to sources around the team, people that cover it, Jaden Ivey was having issues in the locker room. It was a lot of preaching, both to teammates and to media members, for example, asking if they had relations pre-marriage, that type of thing, which, by the way, is an HR violation. If nothing else, I'm not trying to make something small into something big. I'm just saying this is not normal professional behavior. And it was getting more and more and more uncomfortable. He's made comments that his wife and the mother of his children have abandoned him, and she came out and said there's a lot more going on here, and I talked to him that morning. No one's been abandoned here. It does seem like Jaden Ivey is somebody in need of some help right now. Whether you agree or disagree with what he said, whether you're offended or not, whether you're religious or not, it seems that he is going through something right now with his, I don't want to say with his words, because again, that can get misconstrued. His behavior is quite erratic right now, it seems. Mm-hmm. And to the point where I think one of the questions I had of the Bulls, and I still have this question for the Bulls, he's your player. He's your employee. You waived him. I would really, I'll make this. It's the only way I can explain this. So I'll make this connection, Jason. I heard you, Chris. The soccer team I work for over in England, fired their manager about a month and a half ago. I was over there for the new manager's first match. And about a week and a half ago, the new manager was put on compassionate leave by the club because he was still struggling, because he lost his 1-year-old son about 2 years ago. He had left the club he was at, and this was his first stint back in the world of sports as a manager. Now, when you as a franchise, and again, I only say this because I saw it firsthand, when you're confronted with something like that, you obviously have to worry about the team and you have to worry about the franchise. But I'm very proud of the fact that he was not fired. He was not he was not suspended. He was put on what's called compassionate leave. And the club has done everything they could to be there to support him, to make sure that he is availed to the help that he may need, that his family knows that the club is behind him. And I think that's how franchises. I'm very proud of that. I think that's how franchises should deal with these things. Now it's a little bit different. Obviously, it's not apples and apples with what Jaden Ivey's going through, but I certainly hope that the Chicago Bulls, in addition to waiving him, also said, "Hey, by the way, we're here for you. We're here for anything you need. Here's the help. Here are the things you can receive, and we can." Now, I'm also very aware, and I'll land this plane here, that more than likely, if the Bulls were to say, "We'll get you the help you need," Jaden Ivey would be offended at that, and he would say, "I don't need any help. I'm not crazy. I'm speaking the truth. These are my beliefs. It's offensive to me that you think I need mental help because I'm speaking the truth." I get that. But I would hope the Bulls are still making available support systems to Jaden Ivey and not just leaving him twisting out there in the wind. Because I got to be honest with you, and I don't care if I'm overreacting. I'm not concerned. I'm not worried about necessarily. He said some things that are very offensive to some people, and he said a lot of other things that are a little bit off for some people. I'm concerned for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want him. I want to make sure he's okay, and that if he does need help, he gets it. And he does have support, because it does not sound like he's having a good time right now.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of times, Jason, when bad things happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this for a fact. My gut's telling me that I think once you waive him, you're kind of done with the player. Doesn't mean you can't be involved, like you're saying, but maybe they reached out earlier. I don't know. I don't know enough of the inside of that, but that's, I just hope it all works out for him.
I do too. I want to see it end well. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll get to what's on deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. We'll clean up some of the other stuff on the program, and then we'll cross-talk it with Matt and Kayla. We'll get to all that right after this.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
Well, it is that time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. Not a lot of baseball today, right, Dave?
No.
You back? You with us? You here?
Yeah. Just hurt my tiny feeling. I was getting over it during the break.
What, the burrito?
No, burrito hurt feelings. But while we were doing the last segment, I won't say publicly what it was, but I heard Chris talk to you in the IFB.
Uh-huh.
And
I mean, you can say what I said.
No. Okay. I said I'm gonna make a comparison here.
Oh wow, I missed all the text.
I think Chris said something to you in your ear, like, "Oh, this is gonna be terrible."
No, I said, "Oh God."
No, I think you.
No,
said
I said, "Oh God,
terrible.
this is gonna be good."
There, yes, yeah. So, like, that's fine. That's not the problem. Chris, do you know what the problem is?
What you said was sick?
No.
The part of your body that you said is sick?
Sick.
No. Now, I'm not thinking about that. Now I'm thinking, what are the other things he says to Jason that I can't hear? See, like that. And I even said in the text, I said, I shouldn't have said anything because I should have just waited. Now that Chris knows I can hear him when he's privately talking in Jason's ear, I should have just waited because I'll bet you he said worse stuff.
Can I be very honest with you, Dave?
I would prefer that always.
The only time I say something like that is when you say something like, now I'm going to make an analogy here.
I think you're being honest, but I could also be like let me take you back into the earlier in the show when I said something like, and I was talking to Avery over the weekend if she'd ever been offered alcohol, and then now in my mind I'm like, did he say to Jason, yeah, she was hammered that night, who knows where she ended up? Like I could see you doing that.
I will be honest with you.
Yeah.
Chris did not say anything.
I think that's because I was finishing up Kings Rewind.
Anyways, that's fine.
I'm glad I just caught up on the text messages during that break.
Yeah, you should get a doctor to check that out.
What's on Deck brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. Apparently burritos. Mets at Giants.
They gone.
Oh, and we've got the NBA games, Jason. This is tough because you're doing them to me now.
Yeah.
The Sonnets.
Yep.
Like the Shakespearean sonnets. Suns and Rockets?
Nope.
No. Oh, Suns and Nets?
Nope.
Suns and Hornets?
Yes, Suns and Hornets.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
The Timbertons? The Timbertons. Oh, Minnesota, Detroit.
Correct.
Okay. The Lake Dur? Good game. Lakers Thunder.
Yep.
The Cavaliers. Or the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
That's the
I took the first four and the last four.
Chris laughing. That's the Cavs at the Warriors.
Correct.
The Pelazers. That would be the Pelicans at the Blazers.
Yep.
And the Spoopers? Spuppers? Purrs. Spurs and the... Oh, Spurs and the Clippers.
Yes.
Spurs and the Clippers.
There you go. You passed with flying
that's
colors.
Not easy.
Yeah. Let's make our audience happy here, Dave. We have a pair of tickets to see Pete Davidson at the venue at Thunder Valley on April 10th. Call in to win. Tickets are on sale now at thundervalleyresort.com. Dave, what number caller should they be?
Oh, let's make it 2 to represent the amount of burritos eaten in that studio today.
Oh, really? There's only one in this studio.
Oh, I mean, the greater studio.
The show?
Studio.
Yeah. Caller number 2, 916-339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140. Pete Davidson tickets for the venue on April 10th. Caller number 2. Go fast.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we got 5 minutes.
You want to hear what we still want as our favorite reality show, the G-Man and Malik Monk?
Yes, please.
This is from the post game last night. These two
G-Man,
together.
Malik Monk.
G-Man, Malik Monk. Take it away.
And the headset has been handed off. Malik's eyeing us, and he's got the headset on now. Michaela Rossi setting him up. How good does this feel, young fella?
Man, it feels amazing, especially with this long flight we got. Feel good.
How is the shoulder? There was concern, and I wondered how you might be coming into this one tonight.
G-Man, the shoulder is terrible, but we ain't got too many people, so.
That's the truth. More than 90 points not in uniform on a nightly basis. That's pretty amazing.
Yes, sir.
So many things that contributed to this. Big plays, one after another, coming down the stretch. But I've got to ask you 2 things. First, I want to start with Precious Achiuwa. He ended up tonight, Malik, with 28 points, 19 rebounds, and of the 19 rebounds, I think 11 of them were on the offensive glass.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat line. I told him to go get 20 and 20, but we'll take 20. We'll take 28-19 in the win over anything. But he was our main focus at the beginning. He was the one keeping us focused. He was the one getting rebounds, offensive rebounds, keeping plays alive, and he was getting putbacks with that. So we just fed off his energy.
And I also want to ask you about Debo tonight. DeRozan, 0 for 8 from the field, got to the free throw line, I think 5 times in the first half. They were doing such a good job of double teaming, sometimes even 3 defenders around him. But then he ends up in the second half coming alive, and he ends up with a 28-point ball game.
That's a veteran for you, G-Man, a long-time veteran, a vet that's been scoring the ball so many different ways. So I wouldn't worry about that. I knew Debo was going to turn it around, especially here in Toronto.
As you're probably well aware, he passed Dominique Wilkins tonight, climbs another notch on the all-time list.
Yes, sir.
He's now, I think, needs 30 points before the season is over to pass Oscar Robertson to climb still another notch in this one.
He gonna get it, especially if he keeps playing. He's definitely gonna get it. I think he's gonna break a record every game.
Should we lobby for him to go for it in the next game, which will be a home game against New Orleans on Friday?
He should go for 50 next game.
I like it.
Yes, sir.
Malik, thanks so much.
Appreciate you, G-Man.
All right, thank you.
I love those two together.
I could listen to them read books
Yeah.
or do anything out. Like, maybe the most amazing thing about all of Malik's visits with Gary Gerald is and I say this in all love and all respect, and also from we've been around Malik Monk when he speaks. Like, he's so relaxed with Gary Gerald. I'm honestly surprised he's never slipped up.
Yeah.
And said a naughty.
Right. He never does, though.
No,
and neither does G-Man.
Well, you imagine that.
In the reality show, first one to break. It might be G-Man.
You imagine? I can't even imagine if Gary Gerald were to ever require the dump button, which I cannot imagine in my life. But now I'm like, what would be the word?
Yeah. Ooh.
What would be the word?
I said bucket.
I'm sure he said a bad word before.
Yeah.
I feel like I Like, the thing is with, like, Jerry Reynolds, like, I knowing him just as coach and being on the air and all that. And then when I got to know Jerry Reynolds, I was like, God, you're a sick bastard. I love this. Your sense of humor is just, it is off the charts. So, like, yeah, I don't, Gary Gerald's sense of humor is fantastic.
Yes, it is.
Not an FCC violator, if you will. And I think that's because he spent so much time with the late, great Captain Carrot. That's what I say. Captain Carrot used to visit my schools. Captain Carrot didn't need to say bad words.
No.
He just wanted you to eat healthier.
Eat good foods.
Live
right.
Good foods. Much like Jason and Chris have been doing all day with
good.
They're good friends of Jim Boys. I'm not good friends with. I have to call them James Boys or Mr. Boys.
We have the hotline.
Oh, do we? Oh, you do. Oh,
yes.
We have a hotline. All right. Look, we're all going to clean up here, take a break. When we come back, we'll round out today's program with Matt and Kayla, who do not rank number one in the Sactown Sports Hair Contest. They're the honorable mention. We'll get to them next. Right after this.
Somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Hey there, Jason Ross here to tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez, a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento. He is local. He is one of us. He's been in this community and helping out people for a long time. In fact, had a perfect record, a dedicated trial lawyer, undefeated record results in 2016, 17, 18, 19, and still just as amazing as ever. Offers free and confidential case evaluations, and due to his success, his hard work and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars as well as the top 40 under 40 by the National Trial Lawyers. Been effective, been impactful, been helping our region for a long, long time. And again, you can find them at saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187. Whether it's for criminal defense, whether it's you've been involved in an auto accident, maybe a wrongful termination case, a sexual harassment case, whatever the situation you may find yourself in, Jonathan Gonzalez at Gonzalez Law is here to help. saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's TREX.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. And there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to CarShield.com. That's CarShield.com today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-290-7100. That's 800-290-7100.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hi.
Hey now. Hi.
We're debating in here. Hey, Dave, I know you're feeling unappreciative, but Bobby Jones wanted to let me know that he truly appreciates you.
What?
Well, because you weren't here, he was able to have your Jim Boy's burrito.
Yummy.
Oh, yeah, we saw. You guys got breakfast burritos?
They were just burritos, I
Oh,
think.
just burritos.
Yeah, they're just
not
regular
breakfast.
burritos.
Yeah, they were yummy.
Regular beans and cheese.
I spilled on my white sweatshirt.
Uh-oh.
Nice sweatshirt.
Hey,
Thanks.
Real quick, Jason, just because we were talking about this earlier today, and this is an exact example we've talked about over the last few weeks. An anonymous Western Conference executive has warned against drafting Darius Acuff by using Trae Young as a lesson. Quote, I think there's never been a worse time to build around bad defensive guards. We see this time and time again. The flashiest offensive impact in the draft doesn't necessarily end up winning the most. It ends up being, Derek White, Jrue Holiday, Alex Caruso, go down the list. All you need to see is Trae Young was traded for basically nothing. That's like exactly what we've been saying.
Was that your quote?
That's what honestly, I was like,
I
dude, are you guys-
disagree.
I think that executive is currently picking like 7th, and they want Acuff to be there. I don't believe you.
What do you disagree with in what he said, though? Because I think that.
I mean, elite offense and elite shooting. I look at Darius Acuff as Tyrese Maxey. Why is Darius Acuff more like Trae Young than he is Tyrese Maxey?
Clearly, that's easy then to just put the guards recently that have not been as valuable.
Because everybody
It's
celebrates.
easy then
Everybody celebrates Tyrese Maxey. He's a phenomenal offensive guard.
Yeah, sure. What has Tyrese Maxey done?
Lead the Philadelphia 76ers and not get traded for peanuts like we're automatically assuming Darius Acuff Jr. is Trae Young? Why is he more like Trae Young?
Because it's the most recent trade.
Well, I mean, the Philadelphia 76ers are held back by their MVP or former MVP candidate being made of glass and Paul George failing
because
tests
the
or
minute
getting
that
suspended.
someone rises and gets attention, the minute that happens, then people want to take them down. And the most recent example of a guard that doesn't play maybe great defense and has been traded for peanuts lately. And by the way, Trae Young has been on the bench. They haven't been playing him for obvious reasons. They're going to relate that to that. They're going to use that as an example.
Well, I would say this. Since the Atlanta Hawks traded Trae Young, they're number 1 in the league in offensive rating, number 1 in the league in defensive rating, obviously number 1 in the league in overall rating. And it wasn't just Trae Young, who by the way, is a better distributor than Darius Acuff. Ja Morant had no trade value.
Well, John Morant did it to himself, Dave. And we all know that.
I get that, but I don't. What the executive is saying,
John Morant
I think
can't shoot.
Well,
John Morant's never been a good shooter.
I think that's been his problem is shooting.
Okay.
So, I mean, my overall point is, why is Darius Acuff Jr. Trae Young, and why is he not Tyrese Maxey? Why are we automatically assuming he's the worst scoring, or he's the worst version of that guard, and not the better version of the guard that's having success in the NBA? Tyrese Maxey is an absolute superstar.
Tyrese Maxey, again, also hasn't won anything. And he's right. Look at Derek White. Look at Alex Caruso. Look at Jrue Holiday.
So you would take any of those three with like the 3rd or 4th overall pick?
No, I would but I wouldn't take a non-defensive guard is what I'm saying. I wouldn't take a guard that can't play defense. We just had a guard that actually plays better defense than Darius Acuff Jr. and traded him for Zach LaVine.
True.
The day of bad defensive guards, I think they've been exposed.
Would you go Kingston Flemings if you picked a guard? Is it Kingston Flemings for you?
If I don't have, I mean, I'd have to look more at Fleming. Obviously, not Flemings. I'd have to look more at. I'm really intrigued by Peterson, and not that he'd be my pick, but has he now fallen so far that now he's underrated?
Could be.
You know.
Could be.
I don't know.
But Kingston Flemings,
doesn't distribute.
Darren Peterson doesn't pass the ball. He doesn't rebound. He doesn't do anything other than score.
He's a walking, whatever you want to call him.
And Kingston, my thing with Kingston Flemings has always been, what is the elite skill that Kingston Flemings has? I just don't see it for star potential, but I could be totally missing something. That's always just been my thing of Darius Acuff over Kingston Flemings, is I see Kingston Flemings play, and he's a very well-rounded point guard, but what is he great at? I don't know.
I guess the way I look at it is this. When you look at Trae Young or John Morant's numbers and you look at Derek White or Drew Holiday's numbers, I think Trae Young and I think that Drew what's his face with the Grizzlies? John Morant.
Mm-hmm.
They certainly look like they're better players. But is your team going to win more with Drew Holiday or Derek White?
I think it depends on the construction of the team, because Derek White has also very much benefited from the Celtics, and Alex Caruso was just rotting on the Bulls forever until he got traded to, I don't know, Oklahoma freaking City. So it just depends on circumstance too. But I like defensive guards as well.
Did you guys see the Wizards' April Fool's joke yesterday?
We were just talking about it.
It's in our show. I put it in our show today.
All right. Well, sorry to
pick a side for us.
There'll be a new audience, but the Wizards have now apologized.
Yep.
If you missed it, everybody, they had a fan in a blindfold shoot a half-court shot blindfolded backwards. Then they acted like he made it and won $10,000. And when people found out it was April Fool's, they understandably got upset. They've now apologized, said, "Hey, this was all employees. Everybody knew what was going on." But it's kind of like those failed marriage proposals. Like, just don't do it.
It was a skit. It was a joke.
Anyways.
It's not too deep. It's not that deep.
No, it's not that deep. Celebrity birthdays. Those are deep. Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey, are you a defensive guard? We want you. Enjoy yourself some Crumble Cookies. Don't just be empty calories.
Wow.
Back to you.
First and foremost, one more time, happy birthday to Carmichael Dave's dad.
Nice. Happy birthday.
Jack.
Happy birthday, Daddy-O.
Do you guys know how old Jack turned today?
83?
86.
Wow.
We have a correct answer.
Jesus, Matt. Thank you, Kayla.
Yeah,
83.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well
Active
done.
listening or guessing, either way.
Wow, he had Dave in like his teens?
So he was
Chris
listening.
already made the joke.
Oh.
Stupid.
Dang it.
Back to you.
On this date, in what year did the television show Dallas come out?
Ooh.
Matt, you remember this?
Nope.
They redid it too, I think.
Did they?
Yeah,
A
recently.
reboot?
I don't think
What
it was
kind of
very
show
good.
was this?
It's Fort Worth.
Drama.
It was a comedy.
It was not comedy.
It was a what do they call
soap.
it?
Nighttime
variety
soap.
show.
Yeah,
Dramedy.
drama.
No,
Yeah,
it was
Patrick
drama.
Duffy was in it. Of course it was a comedy.
Patrick Stewart Duffy.
Is Dallas.
1977.
1975.
76.
1981.
Carmichael Davis closest, 1978
Okay.
for Dallas.
Great theme song.
Yes. Happy birthday
Is Dallas.
to Pedro
Martinez.
Gomez.
Pascal.
Serrano.
Pascal.
Oh.
How old is Pedro Pascal?
Oh, wait. Go, Dave. You're first.
He's Pedro Pascal's 49.
Oh, is he that old? I was going to say like 44.
Is that old?
He seemed
Shut
very
up.
confident about his answer there.
44.
46.
52.
Chris is closest. Happy 51st birthday
Wow.
to Pedro
What a
Pascal.
late bloomer. He's doing great.
Late bloomer.
We go from
Late
Pedro.
bloomer. He's been around forever.
He became huge like 10 years ago in Game of Thrones.
He was in Dallas.
Oh,
Pedro Pascal to Pascal.
Siakam.
Yes.
Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
29.
Siakam.
Nice.
Could have been a king. Was not a king.
He is 28.
29.
28.
228s, 229s. We're all in the wrong decade. Happy 32nd birthday.
Wow.
Wow.
He's washed,
Old.
huh?
I think that means Chris and I are right. Closest.
Yeah, you're right. Happy birthday to Bill.
And
Murray.
Ted.
Bill.
That's it. That's all the Bills.
Who's the Bill? Why am I blank?
Of rights.
Somebody Bill.
Football Bill.
Buffalo.
Bill Belichick.
Bill
Parcells.
Romanowski.
Oh.
In the mail.
Bill Romanowski.
Bill is 63.
66.
64.
61.
Chris is closest. Happy 60th birthday to Bill Romanowski. Let's go with Andres Biedrins.
Oh. Corner 3 specialist. Andres
He is 43.
I'm going to say 45.
44.
42.
Chris is closest. Happy 40th birthday.
Wow, we're aging.
Andres Biedrins. Happy birthday to Michael
Malone.
B. Jordan.
Ooh. Jackson, rest in peace.
Fassbender. Michael Fassbender. You guys know who that is?
Glorious Bastards. Prometheus. The Snowman.
12 Years
44.
a Slave.
X-Men.
Yeah.
44.
41.
I'm going lower. Let's go 42. Then 44.
Oh.
46.
Chris is closest. 49th birthday.
Gosh,
Oh, the one time we don't
I
age.
underage.
Last one from Law and Order. Christopher Maloney, I think is how you say his name.
Oh, from Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah.
Sure.
Isn't this Dave's favorite show?
He's also in They Came Together.
That's Naked and Afraid.
What?
What?
What? Beatrice.
Christopher Maloney.
Maloney.
Any relation to Janelle Maloney, who played Donna on The West Wing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
The West Wing,
Christopher
that's the
Maloney is 61.
63.
62.
57.
The streak is over, Chris. Matt George is close to 65.
Whoa.
Of course.
Dong dong.
Dong dong. All right.
Wow, we went through a whole list of
We did.
birthdays?
It wasn't a great day either.
I don't think
Yeah.
we've ever done that.
Yeah, when you only have 2.5 minutes of breaks before.
Yeah.
That helps.
Through that.
What's coming up on the Mela show?
On the tonight on Mela, or this afternoon
It
on
sounds like a wart or something. Like
A wart?
Mela.
like a Mela.
Would you rather have it be Matla?
I like.
Oh, that's like
Sounds like-
Matlock. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
Matlock.
exactly.
I like
On
Matlock.
this segment of Matlock. That's an old show. You know that?
It's back again, too.
No idea
Oh,
what
Matlock?
Matlock.
Yeah, with the woman.
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates.
Catherine
yeah.
Bates,
What
yeah.
is Matlock?
Oh, it's a goat show.
It's a goat. It's about goats.
Matt.
Goat show.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Goat show. Reactions. How do we feel about last night's win? I still don't know. It was a great basketball game, but the Utah Jazz scare me in the Tankathon standings. We'll talk about that.
Matt hates the beam.
Plus, Kirk Cousins, the Raiders quarterback, until Fernando's ready.
I heard he's in the tattoo parlor as we speak. So
him.
he's getting tatted up. He's got the chains. He's got the tats he's working on. So
With a max.
It's kind of funny when Matt switches into radio voice.
The Raiders.
Not that part.
The Raiders.
For Jason, for Chris, for Sam,